You're listening to The Pete Shepherd Show.
After failing to get a hit when Refsnyder doubled yesterday. Swinging a high drive. Left field deep. Half back it up all the way to the wall. See you later. Off the bench. 3-run bomb by Bregman. How do you like that? Red Sox on top 5-1.
He's just a gamer. You know he talks.
Oh, what a brilliant move by that brilliant manager, Alex Cora. Yes. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pete Shepherd Show here. It is Monday here in Southwest Florida. It is quite hot, warm, dewy-like outside. Anyway, thanks for checking out the show on our awesome video platform. We have so much to talk about today. MLB over the weekend is back. You got President Trump wanting to rename the NFL and maybe MLB, some teams. They got WNBA women saying, pay us what you owe us, even though the league loses $40 to $50 million a year. We'll clear up the math for some of you who don't understand revenue as opposed to net profit. We'll do that. And, of course, the number one story, really, Scotty Scheffler just dominating at the Open. And his son, Bennett, once again stealing the show, his little boy. Great stuff. But Scotty Scheffler, good Lord. I think he's won 11 of his 18 championships over the last, 2 years, something like that. I mean, you talk about a dominant person in the sports world. I don't know of anybody more dominant right now in any sport than Scotty Scheffler. Great stuff. Well, thanks for checking us out here on the Coastal Sports Network and the video platform. Follow me at PShep326 on the Facebook pages on YouTube, Kick, Rumble, CSN Florida, LinkedIn, and call or text the show 727-858-6650. Monster show lined up for you today. 8:05, Jay Flannelly from Beeves World is going to join us. We'll talk. We're getting closer and closer to week 0 in college football, and we're getting closer to NFL camps opening up this week, and it's football season is right there. It's right upon us. 8:35, Mia O'Brien now of ESPN Radio nationally, and she was on again a couple times over the weekend. Great stuff. We're going to get Mia's perspective. Not only going from 1010XL and then now being the national star that she is going to become, as I have predicted. I've been trying to tell anybody. I'm hoping this is going to lead, and I'm sure it's going to. Not only is she going to be great on the ESPN National Radio, she'll get some TV appearances as well, and rightly so, because there aren't a lot of people out there that have her knowledge and her sass and her passion. It's a great combination to have in broadcasting. And then John Meter Perrell at 9:05. I haven't talked to Meter in a couple of weeks. BC football play-by-play and ACC network play-by-play voice as well. And with all that, we say good morning to Angel Martinez in Tampa. How are you this morning, Angel? Are you dewy-like too?
I sure am. Good morning, Pete, and good morning, everyone. Yeah, we had 105 to 110 degrees feel-like temperatures over the weekend. Yesterday at Clearwater, at 15 after 9 a.m., 9:15 for those who like to keep track, it was a heat index of 103. So if you were on the beach yesterday, you were in a lobster. All you had to do was just butter yourself up and then cook yourself while you're at it. But hot weekend, but that's the way we love it down here, which is nothing new. But we are supposed to get very moist the next couple days because we're supposed to get 70, 80, 90% chance Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then it'll drop back down just for the weekend so the boaters can take out their boats and do what they do best, is go out there, get drunk, and then figure out a way how to come back to land. So,
and not get pulled over, not hit anybody, not get hit by a dolphin or a shark or whatever. It's unbelievable. So I also wanted to thank my buddy John Fiore. He had his event yesterday up at the Charles Summerfest up at the Doubletree by Hilton here in Fort Myers. My understanding is it went very well, but I hung out with him on Friday at the cigar bar down here, and on Saturday took him out to Fort Myers Beach, and we had a really, really nice time. It was cool. He hadn't been down this part of Florida, not to Fort Myers anyway. He'd been to Naples once, but great guy, formerly of the Sopranos, and and water and all that stuff. So we had a really nice time. But let's get into it. Your Phillies, tough night yesterday, but we're going to do a whole MLB rundown. So Scotty Scheffler yesterday had no chance to watch the Open at all, but just absolutely dominant. Knew it was going to happen. It's amazing what that guy has done, what he has accomplished. It was a cool guy day yesterday, if you're allowed. I mean, went to the pool for a couple of hours. Peanut gallery is out with Luna doing some errands, and then I just had the whole house and came back and had the Open on, and then right into Red Sox and the Cubs, and great day for the Red Sox getting back on track after losing the last two. But how your weekend overall? Uneventful. Lots of great shows.
Yeah, lots of great shows for sure. But no, it was pretty, other than working, but other than that, I was pretty quiet over the weekend. Yesterday, we had some family came into town, so it was nice to hang out with them last night and have some dinner and break bread. That was a good time. So it was always good to hang out with family whenever you can see them. But it was a pretty uneventful weekend for sure. And then now, of course, we know it's going to be a eventful week as Bucks training camp opens up, Eagles training camps open up. So that's going to be good. And then not too far away before USF starts their camp before the football season begins. So yeah, this is where things will start getting nice and dicey, which we've been waiting for the longest.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, I also got a video. So I got a lot of good audio and video today. As usual. Got another golf fight. I just don't know where it took place, but there's another great golf fight out there with a bunch of idiot guys, as usual, and one woman trying to stop it. It's just so stupid. Getting in, typical, you're hitting into me. It's Monday golf. It's probably some league, but we'll get into it. I am going to begin with my Red Sox. So yesterday, they rebounded nicely. They had a tough time coming back, and the Cubs have good pitching as well, one of the best teams in the league. So they had only scored one run heading into yesterday's game and leading up to the sixth inning. They were down 1-0, actually in the seventh inning, and finally they got on the board. Thanks to Willie Abreu. No, where's all the cuts? There we go. So all right. Well, the Cubs got on the board first. In the bottom of the second.
And it is a caught stealing. Softly hit fair ball inside of first. Swanson around third. He's coming in to score. Hack dives back in. He's safe, and it's 1-0. Well, the Cubs jump in front.
All right, thanks right there to Marquee Radio Network. Angel, if I may, so I might as well play the video since I have it over the audio. Let's see. Willie Abreu had a couple of home runs. This is the go-ahead homer from him. It's just a couple down under the show. Under Nesson, Willie Abreu with the go-ahead homer. This happened in the seventh inning. First lead the Red Sox had in this series.
Here.
Oh, swinging away, and he drives this one to right field. It's way back. That is gone! Abreu tags one for a two-run homer. Forget about the bunt. The Red Sox have the lead 2-1.
Eddie should have taken off the fleece, Obi.
Man, did he smoke at number 19.
Abreu, just touch it. Wind, that doesn't matter when this kid unloads on it. Could be in a hurricane. Get out. Boy, did you need that one.
What a relief.
I mean, you've been lifeless all weekend long. You're waiting for somebody to step up, right? Drive a baseball. Hit a two-run shot. Give you the lead. At least you got a cushion now here late.
That Red Sox home run brought to you by Audi. Visit your New England Audi dealer today.
Could have been standing up all weekend.
It's that simple.
Yeah, if you're wondering what he means, that's Dave O'Brien and Lou Merlone. And what happened was right before that happened, right before the home run, Lou comes on and says, friend of the program, Lou Merlone, he says, I'm taking off my fleece. He's like, I'm changing up. I'm going to stand up because I haven't stood up for the entire series, and we basically can't do shit. So he takes the fleece off, he stands up, and then Braille hits the home run. And then right after that, and then I don't know how, and I'm still waiting to see quotes from Alex Cora. I'm sure they're out there. I've been looking around for them. Bregman was supposed to have the day off yesterday. Now, when you tell a major league player he's got the day off, he's got the day off. But he is a different type of breed. And somehow he Jedi mind tricked his way into a pinch hitting role yesterday. And Alex Cora does not usually manage that way. A lot of managers don't. Once you tell a player he's got the day off, he's got the day off. But I know Bregman went to Cora. It's like, let me help right now. Let me try to get a hit. Let's do this. So anyway, Bregman comes up to pinch hit in the 7th inning. And the video is right underneath the one you just played, Angel. Mm-hmm. Pinch hit 3-run homer. Wow, this was something.
After failing to get a hit when Refsnyder doubled yesterday, swinging a high drive, left field deep, half backing up all the way to the wall. See you later! Off the bench, 3-run bomb by Bregman. How do you like that? Red Sox on top, 5-1.
He's just a gamer. You know he talked his way into this game. Cora wanted to give this guy a day off. It was planned. But an opportunity late. You know he talked his way into it. And he launches this curveball to give the Sox a 4-run cushion.
Goodness gracious. One of the moments of this season. Cora puts him in the game, and he hits a 3-run homer in a pinch. And the Red Sox have breathing room, 5-1.
I mean, this is the routine for him is just predetermined. He's sitting today, but he gets this breaking ball. Pomeranz leaves it up. We're talking about the year Pomeranz is given. He's not giving up any runs. And Bregman, who hasn't been himself, expectantly so recently, right? Coming off with no rehabs. Doesn't have to push the running because he can just trot around. The wind is blowing in here. Wrigley, he launches this.
Yeah, another day at the office for Alex Cora there, but Bregman with a 3-run. Look at this reaction from the young guys who look up to him so much. And the Red Sox lead it 5-1.
Yeah, a lot of Red Sox fans at Wrigley yesterday. Right underneath that, Angelo, last one. Wilyer Abreu does it again for the Red Sox.
Yeah, they were definitely on fire yesterday.
Took a while, but yes.
Roberts with the 3-2. Swinging a high fly ball into right. Again deep. Backing up Tucker. Turning around. Watch it sail. That's gone. He's done it again. Abreu with his second home run in as many at-bats. And the Sox make it 6-1. Number 20 for Abreu.
Got the 20 quick.
Well, you said wake up the offense. He's done it today.
Well, you know, first couple games and for 6 innings here, you start pressing a little bit. And then Wilyer Abreu stepped up in the 7th. And at this point, you got to know, if you're going to throw that little breaking ball down and in, you better bury it. Because if you leave it up, he is launch mode.
Red Sox with 3 home runs in the last 2 innings. Brings up Narvaez, will pop a foul out of plays 0 for 3.
It should be. Anyway, so the Red Sox finally beat the Cubs 6-1. Now tied with the Mariners for the second spot in the wild card, and they have a 1.5 lead on the Tampa Bay Rays. We'll get to them in a second as we continue this MLB rundown in the American League. White Sox over Pittsburgh 7-2. Nobody cares. Angels and Philadelphia yesterday. Yes, for the Phillies.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And Ward sucks one toward the gap in left center field. This is deep. It's headed toward the alley as it bounces off the wall and unloads the bases. 3 runs are in. Taylor Ward strikes again on the road, and it's a 5-run inning for the Halos.
72 RBI in 23 doubles, 23 home runs, and 2 triples. That's when you take advantage of a pitcher who doesn't have that out pitch working. And he jumped on it, crushed it.
Top of the second, you can go home. 5-0. The Angels were on top thanks to FanDuel Sports Network. They weren't done. Let's head to the top of the 6th inning.
Lamont Wade leads off here in the 6th inning against Joe Ross, and he lifts one out to right. This is deep, and this one is long gone into the second deck. Lamont Wade Jr. has his 2nd home run of the year.
That is some big boy territory. That's Schwarber Harper territory here at the bank. Solid game working for Lamont Wade Jr. 422 feet, 109 off the bat.
His first home.
All right, the Phillies tried to make a game of it. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Yes.
Hey, a fly ball to deep right field. Soler is back. It's gone. Home run for Otto Kemp the opposite way. They finally got a ball in the air, and this one carried right on out of the ballpark. That's his 2nd major league home run. It's a 7-2 game.
Yeah, this is about the only way you're going to hit that, heavy sinker. Is you got to try to hit it the other way if you want to try to hit it in the air. It's exactly what Otto did. I believe though is that.
Thanks to NBC Sports of Philadelphia there. The Angels going to win 8-2. By the way, Garrett Crochet, I should have went over this already. Garrett Crochet was outstanding yesterday once again for the Red Sox. As you might expect, 6 innings, gave up not too many hard hit balls, 8 hits, 1 earned run, walked 2, struck out 6, and threw 100 pitches. Threw 100 pitches yesterday. So Red Sox are in Philadelphia tonight, Angel. Early, too, 6:45. San Diego and Washington yesterday. Old pal Xander Bogaerts doing his thing.
Bogaerts slips one to left field. Lyle going back, still going to the wall. It is gone! Grand slam! Bogey goes boom!
Don.
Xander Bogaerts with a grand slam in the 1st inning. Padres lead it 4-0.
What a way to start a beautiful Sunday afternoon in the nation's capital.
Don Arcilla with the call yesterday, MLB TV. They would add, Elias Diaz added a 2-run shot as well. In the top of the 3rd, it was 8-0, and that was it. San Diego over Washington, 8-1. Toronto remains red hot. They've won 10 in a row at home, and they sweep the San Francisco Giants.
There's bad ball hitting, and then there's what they're doing. Barger crushes one to right field. Into the 2nd level. Man, a monstrous home run, and it's 7-2 Jays.
And they got to win. They hold off. San Fran actually scored 4 runs at the bottom of the 6th inning, but Toronto hangs on. They sweep San Fran and win 10 in a row at home. Blue Jays on fire, and they lead the American League East by 5 games over the Red Sox, 3 over the Yankees. Mets and Cincinnati also in a nail-biter.
Denver.
8th pitch of the at-bat to Nimmo, and he pulls one on the ground. Base hit. Taylor around 3rd. He's being waved home. The throw by Marte. Right in time. Brandon Nimmo ties the game with an RBI single. It's 1-1. Tremendous at bat for Brandon. He fouled off some really tough pitches before getting the base hit to drive in the run.
So well said.
All right, the game was tied at 2. Let's head to the bottom of the 8th inning.
3-2. And Torrens hits it sharply, but right to McClain coming home. Torrens save, and the Mets have the lead. Soto with a terrific secondary lead, got a great break down the line and beat McClain's throw, and the Mets lead it 3-2.
Oh boy, Long. That's such good baseball, Gary. It's good baseball all the way from the dugout, going on contact with Mendoza. Torrens accurate to the second baseman, but Juan's going on contact, so he gets a great jump there. He's gone. Put your head down and go.
All right, thanks right there to SNY for the call of that one. So the Mets, that was the game when he hit. They ended up being the game when he hit. Mets win over the Reds by a score of 3-2. Kansas City and Miami went at it yesterday as well.
Salvi hooks it into the left field corner and off the top of the wall and gone. And for Salvador Perez, that is 6 home runs over his last 10 games.
Well, we opened our show looking for a bus driver, and Salvi was one of the top candidates. And he continues to.
All right, thanks again, FanDuel South with the call. KC over Miami 7-4. Cleveland over the A's 8-2. Yankees in Atlanta yesterday in the top of the first inning. The Judge gets it going.
High drive, right center field. There it goes. See ya. A home run for Judge. His 36th of the year. It's 1-0 Yanks. Well, Michael, I think you were only a day off. I think yesterday you brought up this is one of the ballparks that he had not homered in, and that didn't take too long. You talked about it.
Michael Kay and on Yes Network. Yankees doubled up Atlanta by a score of 4-2. Baltimore and Tampa Bay in a pretty good game yesterday.
And there's a chop. Going to go up the middle and into center field. Ray's going to get a run out of this. Taylor Walls bounces it through the infield, scoring Danny Jansen. And now the Rays are down by.
Yeah, they end up losing 5-3. Jackson Holiday in the top of the first had a home run. Ryan O'Hara had a solo shot at sixth, and they were up 5-2. 5-3 final. Baltimore beats Tampa Bay. Detroit and Texas last night on ESPN.
He does get him that time, and it is held onto. Heim is gone. Skubal wins the battle. That's 11 strikeouts, and that looks like it will end the night for Tarek Skubal. A.J. Hinch has come on out and signaled to the pen. Another scintillating night from the Tiger Ace.
He was outstanding. It was 1-0 Detroit at that time. Tied at 1 heading into the top of the 8th inning.
For him, and the Tigers now lead it 2-1.
That's a battle right there for Matt Vierling, who has hit the ball hard this evening. Fastball, center cut, didn't miss it at all.
All right, so the final there, 2-1 Detroit on top. And they had lost 6 in a row, I believe, so they end that streak as well. Minnesota and Colorado yesterday. Royce Lewis had a day.
So now Rollison takes over here in the 4th. And Lewis unloads to left center field and deep. Back it goes. Deep it goes and way out of here. Now there's a get off my back swing from Royce Lewis. That snaps an 0 for 12. And the Twins on one swing, 451 feet, regain a 3-run lead.
I'm telling you, I am so happy that he just hit that ball out because that swing looked.
I am so happy. Royce, that was the 4th inning. I made it 4-1 Minnesota. Let's head to the top of the 8th inning.
Royce Lewis a home run today. Can he add to it?
Yes.
You bet. Royce Lewis a 2-homer game. So Royce with 2 hits today, 2 home runs. He entered the game with 2 homers all year, has doubled that total on one day.
Corey, he's never stopped smiling, but that smile right there, that's a different type of.
A different type of smile. Yes, thanks to the Twins Sports Network. Minnesota clobbers Colorado 7-1. Arizona over St. Louis by a score of 5-3. Seattle was up 3-0. They were up 3-0 until they weren't.
6. Christian Walker delivers a deep drive to left, and the Astros have their first lead of the day. Off the roof of the Astros bullpen in left field, and it's a 4-3 Houston lead.
Center cut sinker smashed to left field, and we've got Skywalker in flight. An afternoon delight.
Oh, good God.
Goodness gracious.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Why?
Christian Walker, RBI number 50.
And anybody under like 30 probably has no idea what that song means. Afternoon Delight, sky rockets in flame, afternoon delight. I remember singing that song in the car with the kids, and later on in life, I'm like, I'm thinking my parents are going, did they know that, they're singing about a couple screwing, probably having an affair, in the middle of the day. My Aunt Camilla one time, I'm playing like a K-Tel album, right, from 1976, all different songs on it. One was, not that I really care, but one was the Diana Ross Love Hangover. My Aunt Camilla goes, and I'm like 8 years old. She's like, do you even know what a love hangover is? I'm like, and in my head, I'm thinking either time, I don't give a shit. I don't know what it is. I just know it's like, 10 songs on my album. What can I tell you? Milwaukee and the Dodgers. Oh my goodness. It has Milwaukee has just absolutely owned them.
Base hit up the middle. 1 run scores. Churio coming home. He will score. Third is an out. Count the run at home. Collins come through to make it 6-4.
Yeah, 6-4. It ends up being 6-5, and the Dodgers, I think, sweep the season series with the Milwaukee Brewers sweep the season series with the Dodgers. So there is your MLB rundown. One video I forgot to play from the Red Sox, Angel. I apologize. If we could, it is Garrett Crochet. If we could scroll down, it is it's under the last Abreu second home run. And Garrett Crochet, who's now 11-4, 6 innings pitched, 8 hits, earned run, 2 walks, and 5 Ks. I'm locking in for a big win in the Windy City.
Yeah, one of the best lineups in the league. A lot of pop and a lot of hit for average throughout. Narvi was calling good pitches all day. Kind of got burned by lack of execution, but he was able to bail me out, which was nice.
Is this first start after the All-Star break always kind of difficult?
Talking with Gio and Bayo, it's tough to find the rhythm again. Felt like I was building throughout the outing, which is a huge, it's a good sign. But yeah, it's always tough to get back in rhythm with just any extended rest at all. I've always felt like I operate best on a 5-day, and I think this time I was on 8-day. So, but that's just an excuse. Was happy to be able to grind through it.
It's like this kind of, you're not at your best and you only give up 1 run over 6 innings against a good team. Is that kind of almost more satisfying?
Yeah, it's one of the more satisfying ones, just being able to strand the runners. It was in a similar situation in Washington, just wasn't able to strand them. But yeah, I feel like I did a good job of that today. Good defense behind me, and nice to see the offense explode there at the end as well.
That's what I was just going to ask you, just the feeling kind of as you see those floodgates open a little bit and what you feel for those guys.
Yeah. They work their tail off, and they go into every game with a really good game plan. Stuck true to it today, and we're able to hit for power. I was about to say scrounge a couple, but they didn't. They mashed them, so that was nice. Really good sign.
The rest of this month is always about the trade deadline, and between the win streak and games like today, you're confident front office will help you guys out.
Yeah, we got to win for that to happen. So today, it's just another step in the right direction. Just hope to keep stacking games, and whatever happens is really out of our control. It's really just on us to give them every reason to be buyers,
What I was going to say, much has been made about your innings, obviously, as you get up this territory you haven't been before. Yeah. How do you feel right now, and how do you think you're going to be able to be moving forward?
Last year I jumped 130. I'm not saying I have to jump that again. I think that would be impossible, but I think that I really set myself up for this season to go out there and for there really to be no leash necessary. I've been feeling really good throughout the season, and the 5 days in between my starts, I really feel like I'm prepared and doing a lot to get my body in the right position to have success and to continue to give length throughout the year.
That's good right there. That's good right there. So Garrett Crochet continues to have a Cy Young Award type season, and he's just been awesome. As I knew he would be, the big question going into the season is how would be able to get past 150, 160 innings, and clearly he's on his way to get well past 200. And what's amazing is, back in the day in the 70s and 70s, pitchers would get to 300 innings back then, but it's a little bit different now. If you can get past 6 innings, that is an outstanding day for most pitchers. And 2 starts ago, he had a complete game shutout, his first ever, not to mention a complete game and then a complete game shutout. All right, to golf we go. Scotty Scheffler yesterday wins the Open.
The champion golfer, Scotty Scheffler. He felt in his career, and you certainly felt today, it was only a matter of time before he claimed the greatest prize in golf. Twice a master, a PGA champion, and now the champion golfer. He's starting to move into the company of the greats of the game for a performance.
Ends the day 17 under for the tournament, 4 shots clear of the field, had a final round of 68, and the 29-year-old joined a short list of all-time legends, including Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, and Tiger Woods to win the Open, the Masters, and the PGA Championship, all before the age of 30. And the number 1 player in the world became just the second man in history to win the Open from that position, joining Tiger, who accomplished that feat 3 times. And just like Tiger, the span between Scheffler's first and fourth major lasted exactly 1,197 days. And Scheffler, again, proving there is no one on the planet that can hang with him right now. Absolutely unbelievable. And here's Scotty Scheffler afterwards on the comparisons he keeps getting to Tiger.
I still think they're a bit silly. You know, Tiger won, 15 majors? It's my 4th. Just got 1/4 of the way there. So I think Tiger stands alone in the game of golf. You know, he was inspirational for me growing up, and he was a very, very talented guy, and he was a special person to be able to be as good as he was at the game of golf. And I don't focus on that kind of stuff. That's not what motivates me. I'm not motivated by winning championships, and I don't look at the beginning of the year and just say, hey, I want to win X amount of tournaments. I want to win, whatever it is. I don't do that. I have dreams and aspirations that I think about, but at the end of the day, when I wake up and to practice, I feel like what motivates me is just getting out and, getting to live out my dream. I get to play professional golf, and I feel like I'm called to do it to the best of my ability. And so when I wake up in the morning, I try and put max effort in each day. I get to go out and practice, and when I'm working out, when I'm doing the cold tub and doing recovery, I feel like I'm just called to do it to the best of my ability. And outside of that, I don't place much emphasis on winning tournaments. I don't place much emphasis on things that I can accomplish. It's just mostly about putting in the proper work and coming out here and competing.
No one more dominant in any sport right now than Scotty Scheffler. He has just absolutely been unbelievable. All right, going to take a break, and then when we come back, got a funny, not funny, I think it's funny, but it's a sad display of public golfers beating each other up again for this, that, or the other reason. We got that. Donald Trump wants to change the name of the Commanders back to the Redskins, and also threatening them and threatening the Cleveland Guardians if they don't, wants to see. There's one thing I hate. I don't care what side you're on, who you root for, whatever. Anytime politicians get involved in sports, it's never, ever a good thing. And Mr. Trump, all I can tell you this is that what you make for a salary is peanuts compared to the commissioner. $47 million a year. You make about $300,000. And I know you have and it doesn't, I'd say this for any president, it doesn't matter. The power of the NFL is more powerful than the president of the United States. Okay, mark that down. I'll tell you. I only say that half tongue in cheek. But when the commissioner of a league makes almost $48 million a year, you're going to have a hard. Trust me, Mr. President, you're going to have a hard time. And even though I think a lot of people might agree with you on some of your thoughts, it ain't going to happen. We got bigger fish to fry, right? Than worrying about. In the White House, you should have bigger fish to fry than worrying about what's going on with Washington and Cleveland. All right. Phil Castanetti, Sports World in Saugus, Mass. is New England's place to buy or sell the finest in sports memorabilia. For over 35 years, Sports World has offered the finest in sports collectibles, and there's a big event coming up on Saturday. Sports World presenting Bruins goaltender Jeremy Swayman down at New England's premier Asian restaurant, the Kowloon, at 948 Broadway in Saugus, Mass. That's coming up on Sunday, July 27th from noon to 2 p.m. All sorts of regular premium and inscription autographs are there. Phone orders are welcome. So get on down there also to the Kowloon and get on down to Phil Castanetti Sports World, 184 Broadway in Saugus. Call 781-233-7222, 781-233-7222 for more information. Sports World in Saugus. Be there. Quick break and back with more sports stuff coming up next here on the Pete Shepard Show on the Coastal Sports Network.
Hi, folks. This is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber, and I would like you to know that our company has been selling Anderson windows for over 60 years. See the complete line of Anderson windows at any of our 3 locations in North Reading, Beverly, or in Plastown, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Hey everybody, it's Pete Shepard from the Coastal Sports Network. Want to tell you about my good friend Lou DiMuzio and his company. Lou is the president and founder of Ace Technology Advisors. They're big-time tech specialists. At ATA, they're able to craft, implement, and manage the best and most appropriate solution for your business. They leverage their industry-leading experience and their portfolio of technology partners to improve your best practices and infrastructure. So you can get a hold of them at 888-599-4223. That's 888-599-4223. Check them out on their webpage, www.acetechadvisors.com. That's www.acetechadvisors.com. Or you can email them, sales@acetechadvisors.com. Check out my friend Lou DiMuzio and Ace Technology Advisors.
Right now, our country feels divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
I gotta tell you, I was nervous to talk to someone so different than me.
Me too, but I'm glad we are.
Love Has No Labels and One Small Step are helping people with different political views, beliefs, and life experiences come together through conversation, and it feels good.
Wow, your story is so...
Interesting?
Yeah.
When people actually sit down, talk, and listen to one another, they can break down boundaries and connect as human beings. At lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep, you can listen to amazing, life-changing conversations and find simple tools to start a conversation of your own.
I know one thing. This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope, too.
Take a step toward bringing our country and your community together by having the courage to start a conversation at lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep. A message from StoryCorps, Love Has No Labels, and the Ad Council.
People do some pretty cool things in their 40s and 50s. Why should saving for retirement be any different? I mean, they go back to college, learn new instruments, start skateboarding. Whoa! Okay, maybe that one's not for everybody, but saving for retirement is. With aceyourretirement.org, you can get on track with your retirement savings no matter your age. Just have a 3-minute chat with Avo, the friendly digital retirement coach from AARP. You'll get personalized recommendations based on your input that are easy to understand and work with your lifestyle. It's quick, easy, and free. Plus, it's sponsored by AARP, so you know they got your back.
Woohoo! Gnarly move, Dad.
Thanks, sweetie.
So wherever you are in your retirement savings journey, head to aceyourretirement.org and start chatting with Avo today. That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting. A teenager. Learning the lingo.
Today I'm going to help parents translate teen slang. Now, when a teen says something is on fleek, it's exactly like saying, that's rad. It simply means that something is awesome or cool. Another one is totes. It's exactly like saying, totally, just shorter. As in, I totes love going to the mall with Becca. Another word you might hear is jelly. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will think you're, rad, just the same. To learn more, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
This is the story of a very special woman. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician or an entrepreneur. Her knowledge was limitless, and still is. She could also make monsters disappear, especially those that lurked in the shadows under the bed. Once, this woman put back together a teenage girl's broken heart, which had been shattered in 1,000 pieces, just by giving her a bear hug. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
The Pete Shepherd Show. It's fun for the whole family, if it's dysfunctional.
After failing to get a hit when Ref Snyder doubled yesterday, swinging a high drive, left field deep, half backing up all the way to the wall. See you later! Off the bench, 3-run bomb by Bregman. How do you like that? Red Sox on top, 5-1.
He's just a gamer. You know he talked his way in.
Now, is Lou Maloney talking about Alex Bregman, or is he talking about the guy, that poor bastard? He's a gamer.
He sure is.
This is one of my favorite songs over the last 20 years, too. Viva La Vida by Coldplay. That thing that went viral, Friday, Saturday, whatever it was. It is talking about taking out a life of its own. Jesus. Guy had to put out a statement, right? I think he's on suspension leave and whatever.
Yeah, he was let go.
He was let go. The woman he was with was from HR too, right? Human Resources, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. How dumb could you possibly be? Like, you're at a concert, the kiss cam's going to go, and as soon as it turns on, Coldplay makes the announcement, we're about to get the kiss cam going. Ta-da! There he is.
Of course, I don't know if they were kissing, but he was hugging her pretty tight from behind.
Oh yeah, well, obviously they're both married, but it was funny because yesterday they put the house of where he lives. It's like some, was it 400,000?
Yeah, it becomes overkill though. I don't want that's unnecessary to do.
No,
that.
but
he's the only person ever to hug a woman when he's married or something like that. I don't know.
Right. But I like I would have to find it. Debbie found it yesterday. So they put, because every time something big happens and people come up with their memes.
Did you see the meme with Patrick Mahomes and
yeah. That is
it's unfair. It's getting over the top, but nevertheless, it's still, and I'm sure there were dozens of people or couples kind of like that. They just happen to get wrong place, wrong time.
Wrong time, yep. I just like how the girl that was, I don't know if she was with him, but she turned more beet red than the lady who was getting hugged because she was just laughing, but turned like tomato red. I'm like, holy crap, man, what a way. Sorry.
Oh my God, I was dying. I was absolutely dying when that happened. President Donald Trump is threatening to hold up a new stadium deal for Washington's NFL team if it does not restore its old name of Redskins, which is some considered offensive by some Native Americans, not all. Trump also said on Sunday that he wants Cleveland's baseball team to revert to its former name, the Indians, saying there was a big, quote, big clamoring for this, unquote, as well. Let's see. Trump said the Commanders would be much more valuable if they restored their old name. That's got nothing to do with it. They're more valuable because of the new ownership and because they're a really good football team right now. Quote, I may put a restriction on them. And he said, quote, I may put a restriction on them. And if they don't change the name back to the original Washington Redskins and get rid of the ridiculous moniker Washington Commanders, I won't make a deal for them to build a stadium in Washington. Want to bet that absolutely does not happen? Yeah. His latest interest in changing the name reflects the broader effort to roll back changes that followed a national debate on the cultural sensitivity and racial justice. And Washington announced it would drop its former name and logo in 2020 during a broader reckoning with it. I just think people are over it now. It's 5 years. It is what it is. Well, Trump, and I'm telling you, Mr. President, you are not more powerful in this situation than Roger Goodell in the NFL. You're not. Trust me. There are tons of lobbyists that are probably on your side politically that are going to give you the fucking big cold shoulder or the big bird if you start to screw with this football team, especially as their ascension starts again. So I'm not too worried about what he has to say. about that. I mean, he can yap all he wants. It's not going to happen. And the lobby and the people in Washington, D.C. who are on his side are going to make sure it doesn't happen. They want that team to succeed. They want a new stadium, and they're going to get it. They will get it.
Yeah. I'm more pissed off at Daniel Snyder than I am about the president. I think Daniel Snyder
Daniel Snyder's long gone. So, I mean, that's the guy, he was the dirtbag.
Yep.
Always was in the whole thing. What else do we have? What else do we have in the NFL? Anything major? Now, camp started. It's been pretty quiet. Still ready. Well, this is kind of interesting. This was big. That NFLPA Chief Strategy Officer J.C. Tretter is resigning from his position, and he's withdrawn himself from the consideration for the NFLPA's interim executive director position. He told CBS on Sunday, CBS Sports, quote, over the last couple of days, it's gotten very, very hard for my family, and that's something I can't deal with. So the short bullet points are, I have no interest in being executive director. I have no interest in being considered. I've let the executive committees know that. I'm also going to leave the NFLPA in the coming days because I don't have anything left to give to the organization. Now, he's only 34. He's been in the role since October of last year. He was the player president from 2020 to 24. Reportedly was a candidate to serve as an interim exec director after Lloyd Howell's resignation last Thursday. Several NFL players reacted to Tretter's candidacy with public criticism on social media. Former linebacker Will Compton said, quote, we've got to be the dumbest union in all of sports. Y'all vote for the guy who was in charge of hiring Lloyd Howell. Let's vote for the guy who swept a lot of shit under the rug when NFL owners were colluding to not give out guaranteed contracts. The NFLPA is consistently outmatched. It's truly our own doing. They would be nice to remove Tretter as well. So that's a kind of a... So I'm sort of not surprised because the collusion story that came out, that came out a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Although on a flip side, not NFL, but back to Major League Baseball here for a second. So the Rays apparently, which happened over the weekend, the Tampa Bay Sun Football Club, the women's league for soccer, they won their inaugural season, became the champions. And so they were thinking about going to Ybor City and then building this new venue and then a hotel adjacent to it. So the Rays basically said on Friday, hey, excuse me, not so fast. I believe we will landlock that land and just say thank you for bringing it up to us because more than likely, we will take it from you. You guys find a new place to go play soccer at. Now, that is the latest. That is what's supposed to happen when the Rays finally make their deal and all these things start happening come September. And on a more surprising move was, first, Major League Baseball said, nope, you can't have the World Series over at Steinbrenner Field because of distance, longitude, latitude, whatever you want to call it. And now, all of a sudden, Friday comes and MLB Baseball is like, you know what? No, you can host the World Series and the playoffs.
Let me stop. I didn't even think of that, when the season started. What if Tampa Bay does make it to the World Series? So now they've said they're going to play at Steinbrenner. There's no way.
Yep, Major League Baseball, he approved it. He said that they are now, he did an about face and said they can hold the playoffs and the World Series at Steinbrenner Field. Advantage.
Wow, I'm stunned at that. I thought maybe they'd move it to Miami, where the Marlins play. I don't know, fair or unfair. I don't know if that would be, but still, I mean, just for I can't. I'll believe it when I see that, Angel. I mean, they can say that now, but I can't believe what's the commissioner said about it.
That's who approved it. What's the commissioner?
Why did I miss that this weekend?
Yeah, Major League Baseball.
I can't believe that.
Yep.
I can't believe they're going to play in a 10,000 seat stadium if they make it. Forget just the playoffs. Wow.
Because
alleged
was supposed to have been that either they would have the choice would have been either the Miami Marlins ballpark, unless obviously if the Marlins are in the playoffs, then it would be a whole different things, or it would be in Atlanta. But of course, Atlanta more than likely will, like Atlanta does, squeeze in.
I don't know about that. I think the Braves are going to be sellers. Don't like their chances. But
the hypothetical was that if they did make it a playoff run and then obviously they were there, then the Rays would have to scramble quickly and figure out, because then the other thing was they were saying, well, over at Disney World, the ESPN down there by in Orlando, that is an actual official Major League Baseball park field with the dimensions, the whole 9 yards. And so they could possibly end up going over there. But again, the problem became the logistics. How are you going to be able to do it with SeaWorld, blah, 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 this and the other. So now all of a sudden there's an about face, and the Rays can host a World Series at Summer Field.
JetBlue, come down here in Fort Myers, Doesn't hold 10,000, but, be packed, I can tell you that. By the way, they're trying to, I saw there was some news down here all weekend. They are trying, JetBlue, because JetBlue is, besides after spring training, and they've had one concert there ever, and that was just recently. I can't remember who it was, some country singer that I don't follow. But and they have a couple of festivals there, fairs and, throughout the year. But the place is basically empty, which doesn't bother me much since I live down the street, and the less traffic, the better for me. But they're trying to get more events at JetBlue, and I understand why, because that park is just sitting there doing nothing. Yeah. Well, I mean, they've had the Savannah Bananas there. They have a couple of events, but nothing. I mean, for, I'd say a good 85, 90% of the year, it's empty. There's nothing going on over there, just sitting there. And it's too bad that they don't have some kind of a major. It would be great to get a major college baseball tournament there. And I know FGCU plays there, Florida Gulf Coast University. I know it's played Miami there in the past, but get FGCU, Miami, USF, UCF, Florida State, Florida. Get them all. That would be a fun, great tournament to have at JetBlue. It would be great.
It would be.
To do that.
And now, flipping back to the NFL quickly before the guests start coming on, did you happen to see the Eagles Super Bowl ring?
Yes. Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
The Patriots rings over the years have gotten better and more swankier and everything else. I thought the last Patriots Super Bowl ring, and then the last Tampa Bay Super Bowl ring was pretty good. But the Eagles was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So, lots of diamonds, lots and lots of them.
Yep. I can't wait to come out because I will get the Pete Shepard discount at about $1,500 or however much that ring costs. But it was really nice.
All right, let's play a couple of videos here before we get. I want to scroll down to Brick Center, Angel. It's just a couple under the show, and this is WNBA. Kelsey Plum dissed Caitlin Clark yesterday. I just saw this morning. This is what I don't understand. And you talk about cattiness and cat fights and stereotypes. This is what if this was the NBA, and the NBA has plenty of little cat fights and that type of crap.
Mm-hmm.
But not like it's just not like this. This is ridiculous. Listen, watch this.
Well, it was a very powerful moment. We didn't, at least as players, we didn't know that was going to happen. So I think it was kind of like a genuine surprise. But the T-shirt, just United front, was determined this morning that we had a meeting for, and not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that. But no, we were just we had a very
that really needed to be mentioned.
I'm trying to make a situation light, okay? But
well, you did.
Yeah, no, I think it was just all of us getting on the same page for the game. We wanted to do something that was just united and collective, and I thought that it was a very powerful moment and got the point across. And sometimes you don't have to say anything.
I'm going to wear a T-shirt that says negative $40 to $50 million a year. The revenue doesn't matter. What happens? What is the net profit of the league? It's negative $40 to $50 million a year. You're being subsidized by the NBA that gets a tax break because your league can't generate money for a profit. It doesn't matter what happens with the player. It doesn't matter with the new CBA. It doesn't matter with the TV deal. Your league loses $40 to $50 million a year because you cannot generate enough income to cover travel costs, player salaries, and a lot of other stuff. That's just a fact, and I'm sorry if people don't want to realize that. I'm not saying don't watch the WNBA, and then these two have the audacity to criticize Kate. I've never seen so many people in a league criticize one of the stars.
Yep.
I mean, it just doesn't happen. You just don't see. You may not, but I mean, you are not making your league better by going after the one person that really, for the casual fan like myself, I might tune in occasionally just because to see Caitlin Clark. I don't really care about the rest of them. I don't. I just don't, because I don't watch it enough. There's just certain sport. I said the same thing. The women's soccer league. The MLS can't get ratings. You think the women's soccer league? Do you realize how much money it costs just to turn the electricity on for some of this stuff? The hockey league. I mean, there's 1,000, 1,500 people showing up at the 20,000 seat stadium. And for the WNBA, I don't think people realize how many free tickets are given out. Why do you think that they can't generate a profit? Since they've been in the league, it started at minus 10 million, and now we're up to negative 40, 50 million negative a year, regardless of the revenue. Why? Because most people don't give a shit, and they don't want to. No offense, but you know, there's a ton of people out there that hate the NBA the way the game has become. All right, but they're still generating millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yep.
Tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. There's a reason. But look, I'm sorry, the numbers, I'm not saying, you know, if you like the WNBA, like I love college basketball, women's college basketball, way more than the WNBA. Way more. But this pettiness, this cattiness going on against Caitlin Clark, you're just wrecking your league. The constant bickering about her, whatever it may be, I think it's silly. It's a big turnoff to a lot of people. And in fact, now that she's not playing and won't play again tomorrow night, good luck with that. Good luck with that. I'll actually ask me about this when O'Brien joins us now of ESPN Radio coming up at the bottom of the next hour. All right, before we go to the top of the hour, Angel, I do want to show you that another golf fight turns into one guy getting put in his place. It's right under the show, under crazy clips. I don't know what state this was in. It seems like it was on a Monday because I did hear Monday golf. But here is another good old-fashioned bunch of probably half-drunk guys. There's actually a lady involved in this as well. And somebody was hitting to somebody, and it just got to be too much. There's stupid golfers fighting on the course.
Fucking play. Fuck off, man. Don't yell at people. Get going. Fucking yell at people, man. Hey, get that fucking shit out of here. You want to fuck around? Hey, you want to fuck around? You want to go? You want to go, motherfucker? Oh, yeah. It's Monday night fucking goal. You're going to hit me? You're going to hit me? Go ahead, man. You get one shot and then watch what happens. Seriously, buddy. Do it. It's Monday night fucking golf. You in a rush where you got to pee? You hitting up our ass all day. Don't fucking push me. You pushed me first. You got one back. You got one back. Oh, you want to punch me? Come on, man. Bring it on. Bring it on, buddy.
This is retarded.
Come on, man.
Hey, stop it! You can step in, Justin. You can. Justin, you can help de-escalate. This is crazy. This is crazy, hun.
You're fucking crazy. No. Stop it.
No, guys.
Oh, you want to go? You're fucking crazy. No.
What a piece of
look at this bitch.
fucking idiots.
Let's go. You guys are running. No, not. I don't know you. Okay, guys. Just go back there. You're fucked. Let's go.
Let's take it down a notch, guys. We got to play through.
Twice the reason we're going to play through.
What is wrong with you?
Let's take it down.
What is wrong with you? We'll tell you what's wrong. You're been taking 4.5 hours. Way too fucking long. Grow up. Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. You don't hit into people, motherfucker. Yes, you did.
That's wild.
You did. Somebody, one of you did. Yes, you. Should have been hitting into you all fucking day.
Guys lining up the shot. Look at the guys at the top.
And then that was it. Trust me, this is never happening before. What is wrong with you? This is fucking you. You guys are fucking in the head. You're fucking in the head. Grow the fuck up. Learn how to golf. Yeah,
Learn how to golf, really? I know, that's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing it. This is assault.
I told him that. Yes, you fucking did. No, I didn't. One of you did.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it. It's not to be a media junkie, but...
That guy started. That club town.
Started.
Can we get that video?
And they're walking too. They're walking. It's not even.
I like what she says in the very beginning. Stop it. She's telling everybody to break up, and then she starts going after him and cursing and yelling. I'm like, wait, you just said stop.
You don't hit into us. You play. Well, look. You should never hit into anybody. But there are times where if people are really, really slow, it doesn't matter. There's plenty of men out there that are just as slow as other groups. And, just keep pace. I never care on the golf course. You can shoot a 20 on every hole. Just keep moving. I don't care if your ball goes 2 feet every shot. Just keep moving. Don't take 5,000 practice swings if you're a 35 handicap, Just keep it moving. So maybe somebody said, let's see, because I played plenty of foursomes where we've been way, way behind on time. And somebody will say, well, I'm going to give them a wake-up call and make damn sure the ball comes up like 25 yards short because they know their capacity. But I won't say I haven't been in foursomes where that's happened because it has. And the guys will look back and they kind of get the hint. Oh, we better speed up. We're behind. It used to be that way. Now it's like, all hell's going to break loose. Now, I hope nobody got hit. It doesn't seem like anybody got hit. But if they're getting all surly because somebody hit a ball that came within a few yards of them, hey, shit, that happens all the time in golf. Happens all the time.
It does. But so, I wanted to ask, I'm glad this video ran, but so what would be, let's just say you were, for example, like a course, at your house, there's golf range behind. So it's just the homeowners, private one, not anywhere out in the open. If you're not taking your golf game serious, meaning obviously you're just a very avid golfer, you go out there every once in a while, you hit the ball. So if you tell someone to play through, how many times do you tell someone to play through before people start saying, all right, obviously you can't play, why don't you just go ahead and get off the course?
Well, no, the job is, this is where the job comes down to the starter, Angel. It doesn't matter if it's a public course or private course. The job comes down to the starter. Now, most of the golf carts now will tell you if you're 2 minutes behind pace, 5 minutes behind pace, 10 minutes behind pace. You start getting 10 minutes behind the pace, that becomes a problem. Now, the starter in most of these courses monitors all of this stuff. And that's when he'll come out. And he'll come out one time, the first time, and say, guys, you got to speed it up. You're 12 minutes behind pace here. We got a busy Sunday. Can you speed it up? That's happened probably to everybody before. And sometimes there's nothing you can, sometimes the wrong foursomes get blamed. Sometimes you're just sitting there. So all it takes is one. All it takes is one foursome, say like on the 3rd hole or the 5th hole. And you got one guy who's probably not a good golfer. And like I said, I don't care about that. But he'll take 8,000 practice swings every single shot. And, like Judge Smell's lining up and, mind, sir, I'm trying to tee off after, let's go while we're young. I mean, you get a lot of guys out there that think they're playing with Tiger Woods and think they're playing at the Masters all the time. And I'm all about, taking your game seriously and all that stuff, but you got to keep pace. There's no reason to take 5,000 practice swings and whatever. There's just certain etiquette involved. But all it takes, say, if that foursome is on the 4th or 5th hole, Angel, that backs everything up. Because now the starters just to start on the 1st hole, your tee times are backed up, and everybody else gets backed up, and then all of a sudden everybody's 15 minutes behind because the one foursome on the 5th hole can't get their shit together. So that's it. And then you let one foursome go through, and sometimes it becomes snowball effect. You got to let everybody go through because you're that bad. But usually, most of the time. Unless it's a twosome playing in the back of a foursome where you sort of have to have, you let them go. I mean, unless there's a whole bunch of other people in front of you, then you don't have to do it. You are not obligated to let anybody play through. Let's get that straight. If the starter comes up and tells you, that's one thing. But overall, you are not obligated to let anybody play through if you don't want to. Now, I think it's bad form if there's a couple of twosomes or a twosome behind you and you don't, and then clearly they're good golfers, and you could be with a foursome and all be good golfers, but the twosome is just going to play faster. I mean, it's just that simple. What I think happens is in a lot of these public courses, and some degree to a private, is you get a couple of twosomes that should be paired up as a foursome, and that would solve a lot of the problems. But anyway, neither here nor there. So there you go. But I could honestly have never. The only thing violent that's ever happened on a golf course for me is twice I broke my club, not because I threw it or anything like that. One, when I was 18, one of my 5-wood, I had a great shot too onto the green on a par 3. The head just flew off into the pond. Another time, not too long ago down here, I teed off when I was at Benita National, teed off on the 3rd hole, and my driver from like the neck down to the head just snapped in half, and it was just like this after I hit the ball. I just gotten it too, and they replaced it, thank goodness. But That's the only thing. You know, I don't throw clubs. I don't it's just way past that. I threw a club a couple times, like down on the ground when I was younger and frustrated. Right. Now, you know.
Yeah, I played a long time ago with two guys that were semi-pro, and they were just showing me how to play the game and all. And the first one I used to tell everybody on, and as soon as I take the swing, he said, "This is going to come right towards you," because I would clip it so hard to the right. It was ridiculous. It was almost like a Happy Gilmore move where you had a duck because it would just come flying. But then after a while, they start telling you, here's what you do, kind of adjust it. But now I couldn't go, for example, for me, there's no way I can go to a golf course today and know that I'm going to tell at least 5 people behind me, listen, just play through, or I'll end up walking off the course because I'm not wasting a lot of people's time to pay good money to be on that course.
Yeah, well, then there's other things like me, and I hate playing in the rain. I hate it. I can't stand it. I don't care how good a grips you are and everyone. And there was I was at Ferncroft Country Club in Massachusetts, in Danvers, Mass. And Ray Bork used to live on this hole. And it wasn't this particular hole, it was the one before that. And it started to pour rain. And I swung my golf club. And just like, when baseball players lose their bats, except my club, I had a good follow through, and I hit the ball decent, but the club flew out of my hand. When I tell you it went at least 100 feet into this gigantic pine tree, to this day, no one's found it. And this was back around 1998, 99. Flew up into the tree. We couldn't climb it. There's no, we were shook it. We were shaking. There's nothing. It was just way, way up. Everybody laughed at me, Rightly so. They never let me live it down forever. Forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff, like I said, some people, now that was insane. And then the guy who wanted to start a fight, now you're throwing the haymakers, yet the guy still launched 4 or 5 and I'm getting you. There's Mr. Beef. But it's crazy to me how in the world these guys get into it. I don't think it should be that deep, but again, everybody to each his own, because you should be having fun on the golf course, but everybody's different.
Hey, just got a text from Mia O'Brien. She's supposed to join us at the bottom of the hour, Jay Planley. She says, you guys are in for a treat. I got roped into helping at the First Coast Women's Amateur Golf for a second straight day. So going to try live streaming video from my phone here. Otherwise, we'll have to do by phone, but you will get to hear me announce on the tee. So she's...
Oh, nice.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. No, let me get... I'm going to play this song again as we introduce Jay Planley. Jay, I'm wondering, in your life, have you ever had a Coldplay moment like we saw a few days ago?
I cannot comment on this at this time. Well, let's just say, when people start to notice you, you pay attention to things like this more than you used to.
Okay.
And that's why this is so goddamn stupid. But I mean,
don't you think it's now it's going to be like overkill?
Well, I mean, somebody tweeted, "We know more about these 2 people than we know about the 2 people who tried to kill President Trump."
I know.
So
I mean, so many other important issues.
I know. So listen, real quick, since you brought this up, I want to talk about the Bill Burt thing and how he helped make me famous.
Yeah.
Real quick, because Bill's been doing this for a long time. The game where I mouthed off about the other team was North Andover in 1989, and we beat them like 45-0.
Okay.
So, by the way, that's the only reason why you guys know who I am, because if the score was the other way, Coach Collins would have sent me to Pluto. So, so it worked out really good. But like Bill talked about it. We talked about the Eagle Tribune had a big part in me becoming famous. I'm like the most famous backup in the history of sports, before my buddy Brady in 01. But it was his contribution, and the best, like he said, my team and my coach trying to kill him was another side part of that story, which is nuts. But it was the reason why I'm bald. I had to sit home and listen to that game, and if we lost, I would be, I don't know where, I would probably be in jail.
I was under the impression that you did lose, but I guess
No. We lost the next game.
Okay.
I was that was the 89 Hanover team. We destroyed North Andover. We broke their quarterback's arm. And then, I mean, I could send you the article. I have it. People send it to me. and then the next week we lost to Central on the BS field goal game. We just had the 35th anniversary of all this. So 24 season was the 35th anniversary of this. And I talked to CPR, my special teams coach, every night. So, but no, it's great, by the way, that having me on to talk about the Jaguars. It's going to be really interesting.
Well, he just got an ESPN national gig too, so we're all happy for it.
With Travis Hunter coming in, that's a big deal too. They're going to have a fun team.
And there's a lot talking about. You also got the flag football team that's doing really well. I've seen more flag football highs for the men and the boys and girls than I have for.
Slow time of year, Pete.
It is
slow time of year, buddy. You have me on twice a week. It's really slow.
Oh, it's awesome.
I know.
Let me ask you something, a personal question. You look like you've lost a few pounds.
I probably have. This is what happens to me during the summer.
For good. I mean, I hope it's reason. Yeah. I mean, just like diet.
No, I'm good. Yeah. During the summer, I get to go out and my knee and my back are feeling better, so I can go out and do stuff. No, I'm good. I'm in a good place. Yeah. I'm on with you and Angel. We're all good.
Awesome. All right. So it's not a whole lot of big NFL news going on. Not really a whole lot. Deborah says good morning. Good morning, Deborah. There's some college football news. I want to start. We don't have to spend a lot of time on it because I hate doing political stuff in sports. But
the Commanders.
You know the President Donald Trump, what he said, and blah. He can threaten all he wants. And
he needs to stay out of everything.
I only say this half tongue in cheek. Well, first of all, any politics that gets involved in sports never works out. Usually,
he hates NFL.
But he doesn't. Does he not understand that Roger Goodell makes a gazillion more times money than him, is more powerful than he is in a lot of ways in sports? He just is. Donald Trump can threaten all he wants. You know, I'm thinking like the lobbyists and that may be on Trump's side or it is whatever he thinks. Those people want a new stadium. They're going to get it. The commissioner makes $48 million a year. You make whatever you make, and it's not even close to that. He has got the NFL is one of the most powerful organizations in the world. People don't realize that. It just is. So
I mean, almost like you should have a guest on who fought the NFL for 2 years on Deflategate. Oh, wait a minute, you have one on right now. No, I mean it's he just needs. Just lead the country, for God's sake. Learn something. Learn something from 2020, because a big part of why the Big Ten tried to cancel football was to cost him the election. And anybody who tells you otherwise isn't paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
So there's saying I like President Trump.
Just stay out.
And the Indians, all this stuff, Indians, and it's all stupid. He needs to stop getting involved in everything. The world does not revolve around him.
He didn't mention the Braves. He didn't mention Florida State. I can't.
It's the NFL. He tried to buy the Patriots. You and I are one of the few people who know and talk about this. He tried to buy the Patriots when Victor Kiam bought the team.
Yes.
And they didn't let him in because remember, a lot of people blame him for the collapse of the USFL. And by the way, I like President Trump, but this is just stupid. Yeah, so it just run the country.
Exactly. There's a lot more other things you need to worry about right now. Yes. How about NFLPA Chief Strategy Officer J.C. Shredder resigning from his position? Has withdrawn himself from consideration. It's been very hard on his family and everything else. But this guy was part of the whole collusion story and all that. He's only 34 years old. That's the sad part.
Yeah, and his old boss who was deducting strip clubs and cabs to strip clubs. Yeah, real geniuses. You wonder why they have such a bad CBA and such a lousy players union. Here's the latest example. Yeah. You have like a team plays on Monday night. They put them on Thursday, but there's a player safety league, Pete. Player safety league.
It's all money. Same thing in It's all about money. It's all about money.
You just need the people that run the NFL to explain to the WNBA how things work. People who help make you money, you should enhance them instead of going after them every 5 minutes.
I don't understand, and I'm going to get into it, Mia, a little bit at the bottom of the hour because she's very inside women's sport. This is not like anti-women's sports or anything like that. This is about a business. The WNBA that's lost an initially $10 million. Now it's up to $40 to $50 million a year. It does not matter the new TV contract. It doesn't matter the new CBA. This year you're going to lose $40 plus something million. It doesn't matter that the people some of these young ladies have to understand the revenue does not justify net profit. You're losing 40 or 50 million a year. The NBA uses as a tax write-off, and that's why you have a league. You're not generating any money, and you continue to make fun and poke fun at, or whatever you want to call it, catfight for the most recognized player in the league, in Caitlin Clark, whether you like it or not. And you get all these people shitting all over all the time. It's ridiculous.
No, it's stupid. It's pretty embarrassing. No, it's stupid. Now go back to the NFL thing, Pete. Remember what we were talking about last week with the second round draft picks? I think there's only 4 of them that haven't signed yet.
Yeah.
And when we went out of business on Friday, there's about 25 that hadn't. So there's been a bunch. There's only 4 guys. One of them is the Judkins guy, the Browns, and the Browns are probably figuring out what the hell to do with him for his arrest. And obviously the one first rounder is the Bengals guy who's in dispute over the contract language. So we're going to see a lot of guys sign. As far as the training camps and so forth, the Lions are one of the first teams to report, and their nose guard's already out for the year. Levi Ozarike. And they're figuring out what to do with their offensive line because of Frank Ragnow retiring. It looks like they're putting Tate Ratledge at center. Very similar to what the Patriots are going to have to decide to do with Wilson, the Georgia offensive lineman they drafted. Whether they're going to put him in center or have Bradbury there. There's some things. That's what you're going to see a lot with teams here. And you might see some minor moves. The Terry McLaurin thing is out there. Could they trade him to the 49ers?
The Hendrickson thing is still out there. The Hendrickson thing is still out there.
Well, that's you should just have Trags hit a buzzer and bring Trags on.
Well, he's just
Bengals news 24/7.
He's been on a 2-week cruise. He's been on a 2-week luxury cruise.
He needs one. He covers the Bengals. He needs a 2-year vacation
in Europe. I'm going to try to get him on at the end of the week. But that is.
You imagine what his phone is like.
No, I would shut it off.
It's like. I get updates on the Bengals, and I look at it. I'm like, they just signed their second round draft pick, the Demetrius Knight kid, the linebacker, before they signed their first round pick.
Yeah,
the first round pick's supposed to be the easy one, and obviously we just talked about Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah,
which I don't think they're going to pay him. I really don't. I
hope they don't. I'm the Patriots because they've done a lot. Vrabel's done a great job with the signings and everything. I would love to see him. Man, it's probably not going to, but I would love to see. It was rumored last month that he would.
Yeah, is there something with the Patriots that you look at and you're more concerned about than the public and the media guys are with their team?
Well, look. The one thing and I believe it would be a lot better is the offensive line.
I agree.
I'm not too worried about the defensive front seven. I think they're going to be really good, especially Barnwell back. And
you're going to like Coach Williams, by the way.
Secondary is fine. So I like everybody. I think what it is going to be the offensive line. I think Drake May is going to have one hell of a year. I think Diggs is going to be a tremendous asset. And I do think
he's not on PUP. He's not on PUP, Pete. So he should be good to go week 1.
No kidding. By the way, I saw one of these stupid, idiotic polls over the weekend or Friday. And they had the top 10 quarterbacks. Then they had 2 other ones, and then they had 5 honorable mentions. And they didn't have Drake May in like the top 15. It was absolutely ridiculous. They had Dylan Gabriel ahead of them. Stuff like that. Wow. It was ridiculous. Yeah, it was stupid.
Dylan Gabriel was in college for like 8 years.
Yeah, just ridiculous.
No, but it's hard. Listen, here's the thing with Drake May. Didn't they only win 1 game that he played? So it's going to be interesting. I like him, but it's very hard to project and evaluate him off the team last year because they were so bad.
Oh, I did, but I think what he did was what he had to work with was
without question.
It was pretty amazing. I think Will Campbell's going to be the real deal. That's what a starting left tackle with a right-handed quarterback, obviously on any team. That is essential. But I love his attitude from the get-go. I think the attitude on the team mentally is going to make them better.
Well, no, the thing is, the biggest thing with Will Campbell is if you and I were talking about this in March and said, listen, this is the Lions. The Patriots had like the worst O-line in the league, and they drafted the number 1 offensive lineman in the draft. That's a good offseason. And then they had drafted Wilson, and they did some other things. They brought in Bradbury and Moses and some of the other things they did. And what that does is it allows the Caden Wallaces and the Cole Stranges of the world to develop and figure their things out. Potentially there's a good group there. Are they going to be the 1978 Patriots offensive line? No. Just need them good and just not be embarrassing.
That's it. And with that schedule, they should be a
don't suck should be their motto. Yeah.
And I don't think they will. They should be a 9-win team. I think they're going to compete for a playoff spot, and we'll see. Again,
the more you and I talk about this, the more I'm beginning to realize the Dolphins are going to be a car accident.
There's 2 guarantees I have this year. Miami will finish in last place, and so will the Steelers in their division. What do you think? The TJ Watt.
Wow, you think the Browns are going to be better? You think the Browns are going to be better than the Steelers?
Yeah, the Browns won the playoffs 2 years ago. I think the Browns are going to – I'm not saying Pittsburgh's going 4-13 or anything like that. I'm just saying I think they're a 7-win team. And Cleveland may be a 7 or 8-win team also, depending on what happens with Shadur Sanders.
Well, tell me who you think is going to be the Browns quarterback, and I'll tell you what their record's going to be.
Well, look, I think it should be – I want to see some – I've seen Shadur Sanders in camp. Look really good.
The tape and reports have been good, by the way.
They should put him out there over Joe Flacco. I'm sorry. If they stick Flacco in there because he's more seasoned and they lose 2 games, close games that Shadur Sanders may have been able to win, and they miss out. If I'm them, I play Shadur Sanders. I'm sorry. Even though, it's ridiculous that the Steelers.
Well, maybe they're tanking, Pete. Maybe they're tanking because they think they want to get Arch Manning or the South Carolina kid or one of these other quarterbacks.
I think when
Drew Law's from Ohio.
Yeah, you got to give Shadur Sanders a shot. I think, and we'll see. We'll get to see a lot of them. It's one thing about
it's such a stupid team because they drafted Gabriel and Shador. And Gabriel sucks.
Totally stupid.
Gabriel can't play.
Totally stupid. But we'll get to see him in exhibition football. TJ Watt signed, which I think is a bad move by the Steelers. 123 years.
Well, it is if you do that alone, but they did it because of they sold out and they're trying to win with Aaron Rodgers. So you have to bring TJ Watt in. I would have traded him. I would have tagged him and traded him. But they didn't, and I don't know what the Steelers are doing. They just extended the GM, who's very controversial. I don't think he's very good. And
look at the one playoff game in 9 years, whatever it is. They haven't won a playoff game since 2016. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Last time they were really good in the playoffs, we beat them in the AFC Championship game. The Chris Hogan game, the Chris Hogan game in 16. Yeah.
Yep.
So where the Patriots ran a flea flicker against the Steelers for the 10,000th time.
Fantastic.
So, they fall. Remember, they fall for every time.
Watt's extension. But his extension pays him $41 million annually, ahead of Bengals receiver Jamar Chase, who gets $40.25, and Myles Garrett, who gets $40. In terms of the highest.
Wait a minute, time out. Wait a minute, TJ Watt got more money than Myles Garrett.
Yep, per year.
Who the hell is his agent? Who the hell is his agent? Get Agent of the Year.
Yep.
I'm firing Brad. I'm hiring TJ Watt's guy. I mean, who the hell? He's making more money than Myles Garrett. They had to pay Myles Garrett to keep him there too.
Yeah. Yep.
They're not even remotely the same player. I mean, go watch Myles Garrett's tape.
Yeah.
He's like a Michael Parsons, Aiden Hutchinson level. I mean, and by the way, TJ Watt gets hurt all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the other thing.
I thought it was. I didn't think it was a great move by the Steelers at this. I mean, TJ is a great player.
Well, you can understand. It's very similar to what's going on with the Lakers.
No, it's similar. You're right. It's also similar to what the Jets did last year. I mean, is Aaron Rodgers Jedi mind tricking people into doing stupid things?
These are not the players we are looking for.
No,
these are not the players we are looking
for.
Not
the players we're looking for.
Yes.
Move along.
No. I'm completely amazed and astonished when I watch some of these teams and how they operate. I mean, it's like the Lions before yesterday. They needed some D linemen, and this general manager of the Lions gets high on his own supply. He thinks, oh, my God, it was so hard to draft Aiden Hutchinson at number 2. Oh, my, yeah, because the Jaguars were stupid and they didn't draft him. I can get Aiden Hutchinson now. Now I'm smart. and like they do all these things. And, oh wow, I cashed in all these Stafford draft picks. Yeah, and then they draft this Canadian guy who nobody knows who weighs 380 pounds, and he's not playing. And there's Hendon Hooker who can't play at all. He's the third quarterback. I mean, it's literally he was on the team last year. Been on the team for like 3 years. And Teddy Bridgewater was coaching high school. And Dan said, "Hey, you want to come up here and be our backup quarterback? Because Hendon Hooker sucks." And they put him in the game when Goff got hurt against the Redskins.
Yep.
I mean, excuse me, the Commanders. We're going to still do that stupid stuff. So there you go. What's up, Jerry?
I can't read that. I don't have my glasses on.
Okay, okay. Good morning, guys. I always had a question about what happened to a player who was drafted and then cannot come to terms with the team when is he all available to everyone? He's not available to everyone. They control his rights for at least a year.
Yeah, and if you don't show up to camp, and depending what your contract, then you just get fined every day. So,
well, yeah. So trust me, the guy on the Bengals, he's going to show up. I mean, or the Bengals are going to trade him. The Bengals will not trade him. They're going to teach him a lesson. And he's gonna sign. And by the way, he was just outed his coach at Texas A&M who said he's not coming back to school. By the way, I don't think he can. He took all this money. He took money from his agent and things like that. I don't know what the NFL even with the NIL deals, how did they do that? They just need to work things out. Angel, get ready. Angel, I want you to write this down. Very important. You know what percent? What any percent you get of zero is zero.
Get out.
Very important to remember this.
Get out.
So listen. Right. I know I see you got Mia coming in from the golf tournament. Go to her.
Yes, Jay, you're the man. We'll talk soon.
Okay, be on Friday, buddy. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Take care. All right, and just like that, let us head out.
And ladies, we'll get started in 1 minute. I don't want you to be alarmed. I have my AirPods in. I actually cover the Jaguars, and so I have to do a radio call in. But they wanted to hear me announce for you guys, so that's the reason that it's up right now. So just so I'm being respectful, listening to you, but that's why I got the AirPods going. So exactly. So you guys are going to be on a Southwest Florida radio station's live stream. So lots of fun. Lots of fun.
All right. Just like that.
There we go. We're getting set up. We've got the senior, super senior division. This is our last pairing going off. I'm going to set you guys up so you can watch the ladies and hear my voice as announced. So, but I'll get this.
Let me say, first of all, congratulations. And like I said, I've been telling people for 7 or 8 years, you need to be on national radio. And finally, you get there at ESPN. I heard you a little bit the other night. Fantastic stuff. I know it's going to lead to more TV stuff as well. There's no question that you are going to be a big part of the ESPN, not only radio platform, but video platform. They better utilize your talents. But we just wanted to say congratulations right out of the gate.
I appreciate it, Pete. And that's definitely the rally cry, if you may, this idea of we will see where it leads, and it's a foot in the door, and I'm excited to see where it goes. And it's been a good 2 shows so far. Let me get the 827 group off, and then we'll talk a little Jags.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. You guys ready to go? All right. Here we go. Welcome to the 2025 First Coast Women's Amateur Championship. This is the 8:27 starting time. On the tee from Ponte Vedra Beach, Stoch Price.
I won't heckle. It's great doing live, right? Like, you just don't get this anywhere else. Mia's going to be at the Masters next year.
On the tee from St. Augustine, Florida, San Giordano.
Actually did this once myself for the LPGA event in Rhode Island once. It's pretty fun actually to do.
And on the tee from Jacksonville, Florida, Sean Anderson.
Again, Mia O'Brien will be joining us shortly.
All right. Good luck, ladies. Thank you for humoring our live stream and radio interview live. Play well. Have fun. Bye, guys.
Great job.
All right.
Great
We're waiting
job.
for the juniors, but Melissa here, I think, will help me get them situated while I talk to you guys for the next 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah, I won't keep you too long. So just real quick though, I mean, I know you're on vacation. We haven't talked in about a month, and I trust my instincts in this business after 39 years. I'm like, something big is happening with her. I just had a feeling that something was going on. I can't even imagine what it's been like for you for the last probably 3 or 4 weeks, and emotionally to leave the station you were at, which I'm sure you're probably going to still do. Check in from time to time, but how was it for you, this whole process of going to ESPN National?
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind, to say the least. To your point, let me actually take my AirPods out, only because I'm echoing. Let me see if I can. Let's take them out. And I'll have Melissa get these guys situated. So 1 second. It's a great question.
Yeah. Say that again. I can't hear you. Oh. Nope, can't hear you. I see you, can't hear you. I see, can't hear you. I see you, can't hear you.
Now you got me.
Now I got you.
Beautiful. Okay. Sweet. So yeah, it's been an interesting last few weeks, to say the least. This is something that, was presented but wasn't fully presented to me a couple months ago, and it's obviously come to fruition here. And so yeah, it's been a lot of waiting for paperwork and establishing where my ultimate, career goals are, and and certainly getting a lot of other ducks in a row. But yeah, as of July 7th, excited to join the Walt Disney Company and excited to be a part of ESPN Radio. I can't thank everybody there who's opened me with welcome arms so far, and it's been an absolute joy to be a part of. So we got 2 shows down. Excited for what's to come. I'll be back on Thursday. I have to double check. I think Saturday too, but definitely Thursday with Aaron Goldhammer from Cleveland, from 7 to 10 p.m. filling in for Amber and Ian. Very excited for that. And then I know a couple Saturdays during August as well for preseason football. Already got those locked down, and so it's a fill-in role right now. But as I told you guys off the top before, I had to announce for the lovely ladies. As they stressed to me, this is a foot in the door. We've kept it very open-ended, and so I can fill in anywhere on the radio side of things, and excited to see where it leads. I am no longer with 1010XL, but I am still covering Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm still located here in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida. Some other irons are, in the fire, both in the world of sports media and kind of a crossover with sports media as well. Still going to be doing ESPN Plus, still doing the women's basketball podcast. It's truly, outside of making the move from local TV to radio full time and multimedia, this is like the first real, okay, she's kind of going off the beaten path here move that I've made in my career. And so really, really excited for it.
Well, we're all happy for you. There's no question about it. All right, I forget. You were at SEC Media Day?
I was not. I was originally, but then because of the change in jobs, I was not up in Atlanta, unfortunately.
That's okay. But I'm sure you saw some of the highlights and listened to some of the press conference and everything else. Anything? I heard DJ Lagaway, and anything stick out for you in any way, shape, or form? Besides,
yes. Biggest thing for me is the quarterback.
Besides Bomb's man love for Arch Manning, other than that, anything else stick out?
Yeah, biggest thing for me is the quarterback conversation. A lot of fallout, and I've heard this from a lot of different locales in SEC country, Pete, this idea of, what is Lenora Sellers? Like, obviously the talent is tantalizing. The measurables are insane. It likens to Anthony Richardson, except he actually has a resume, coupled with what Garrett Nussmeier was able to do and how many records he either broke or approached in LSU folklore in his first full season as a starter. And then you got Arch, who's the ultimate question mark, and yet he's the betting odds favorite according to ESPN Bet right now to win the Heisman. And so it's unfortunate because there's a case to be made for Arch, and listening to Rhett Lewis of the NFL Network from the Manning Passing Academy and him talking about just, there's something to Arch's game that certainly is the apple of many's eye. But Lenoris Sellers was the celebrity, and he was the one that people just were following around the academy just because they wanted to see what he was going to do next. And in the same vein, you also have Garrett Nussmeier, who continues to just, be that guy who, when it comes to prototypical NFL quarterbacks, he's got everything. And so, I'm still on the Nuss bus personally, but Sellers goes first team all media preseason on the SEC side, and then Nussmeier second team, Arch third, which I personally think if you flipped Nussmeier and Sellers, I think that that's fair. But there's certainly a case to be made for the South Carolina quarterback as well.
Well, it doesn't become any more, no more pressure than him going to Ohio State the first game, Arch Manning, and
Right. Exactly. Let me just make sure these ladies are all good to go, and then we're gonna.
Okay.
I'll get back to you guys. 1 second.
Okay.
You guys got everything? Okay. Perfect. All right. You are missing a person. Okay. We'll give her another 2 minutes, unless is this. Are you guys with the 8:36 or the 8:45? 8:45. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Let me. Of course, Melissa walked away. So.
Do you want to go and try and find the girls?
Yeah, we'll give her another 2 minutes because they just teed off and they're still kind of in the fairway. So I want you guys to hit onto them. So I have to I'm doing a radio interview. So all good. Yeah, thanks. All right. Yes. SEC Media Days. What else we got before we get going?
Let's get to the Jaguars. And maybe for the first time in a few years, Travis Hunt, any quarterback is always a focal point, but but the other Travis Hunt, Trevor Lott, but Trevor Harris is going to be the main focal point for a lot of people, at least initially early on. And you're going to get so sick if you're not already nauseated. What's the percentages? He's going to play offense or defense? And we all know it'll start off high and go low. But you must be looking for, this is probably going to be, I say this to you every year, but this is exciting time heading into camp this week, right?
Yeah. No, absolutely. It feels like Christmas. I think it also, especially in light of my last few weeks, it will give me a bit more structure, I think, in terms of what my daily routine looks like, which is not a bad thing. But selfishly, I feel that way. As far as Travis Hunter, the talent, the storylines, yes. He's going to be the focal point. The reason that we have so many national media outlets coming to Jacksonville the next few weeks, make no mistake about it, it's for Travis Hunter. Certainly Trevor Lawrence, Brian Thomas Jr., what he was able to do in his rookie season, I think is a storyline at the national level. But the show is going to be Travis Hunter, who I anticipate will play 70% of the time on offense, 30% of the time on defense. But obviously that's situational. That's based on the game plan. And so we'll see where he fits into Anthony Campanile's defense, because I think that is his more natural position. And so perhaps that's where, while he's doing the work in the classroom to prepare for it, maybe he doesn't need as many on-field reps like he does on the offensive side of the ball, where, of course, the critique has been how nuanced is his route running. He needs more reps on the offensive side at wide receiver.
How much, I say this every year, but how much more pressure now is on Lawrence to really get it going this year? Health obviously is a big reason, but under Liam Cohen, my buddy from Rhode Island, how do you think he's going to flourish under this guy and this new coaching staff?
That's certainly the hope. There's a lot of people who want to say, oh, he's a coach killer, he's on his third coach, and yada, yada, yada. I think, and I've stressed this, I said it on ESPN Radio on primetime Saturday night, so much of this stems from when you talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers, when you talk about the Baltimore Ravens, they have an identity. You can articulate, even if you live in Florida, what the Pittsburgh Steelers are, what the Baltimore Ravens are. You can articulate what Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions are. You have not been able to articulate since 2017 what the identity of the Jacksonville Jaguars is. And quite frankly, I think since Mark Brunell and Tony Baselli, you haven't been, with all due respect to David Garrard, who's a good friend of the program, you haven't been able to articulate what the offense is. So since MJD, we'll call a spade a spade. Since MJD, you have not been able to articulate what the offense is for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I think Liam Cohen bringing in the Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan system presents an opportunity to finally stick a fork in the ground and say, this is what the Jaguars offense is. This is who we're going to be in 2025 and beyond.
Before I let you go, Mia, one big question that lingers. How did this rumor start, you going to Indianapolis and living there and that kind of, I was trying to find out the origin of that, what happened. I know you kind of responded to it in a funny way, but how did people have you in Indianapolis?
Yeah, I think, quite frankly, Pete, I just went on vacation to watch an Indiana Fever game or two,
Yeah.
and because I co-host the women's basketball podcast, I think people decided that, oh, well, she's obviously must be leaving to go cover. You guys got T-sheets, right? Yes. Okay, perfect. You must be going to cover women's basketball, which I mean, yes. Am I friendly with Caitlin? Yes. Like, I mean, but friendly is a very loose term. But am I friendly with people around the W? Yes. Am I friendly with some folks in Indianapolis? Yes, but I don't know. I find it kind of hilarious. But Jack's Twitter ran with it, and it was kind of funny. So
I
I
wish your
just let it
friends in
happen.
the WNBA would be a little more friendly to Caitlin Clark. I think it's getting a little. We could talk about that for 3 hours, but I mean,
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week. It's
next
all
time.
good.
Thank
Here,
you.
I'll leave you guys with one more. We're gonna get
Yeah.
these ladies off the tee. We're missing one of their threesome, but that's okay. I'll report that once I get off the phone with you guys.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Let me just mute myself, but I'm here.
All right, Mia, but I won't keep them. Thank you so much. All the best. So
Yeah,
happy.
no.
So proud of you. You know, like you really deserve it. You're going to kick ass and take names. So I can't wait. Can't wait to see you and hear you more on TV and radio on ESPN. Congratulations. All right. Oh, wait a second. Is she still going to be with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
She said just stand by because she's going to get the ladies off.
Cool. All right, let me lower the volume on these guys, but then we'll keep it on. We'll unmute it so that they can hear us. So, yeah, Southwest Florida. So radio. And then I'll show you guys the Caitlin Clark pick. But we're gonna go. Our order is so we don't have Kiki, Kylie, then Alexandra. So all right, there we go. And then I'll report that we're missing one.
You know Paige Becker?
I don't know her personally, but yeah, obviously follow her game closely. But yeah.
She's real cool. She's my favorite.
She's your favorite is Paige? I like that. All right, welcome to the 2025 First Coast Women's Amateur Championship. This is the 8:36 starting time, starting 5 minutes late because we are missing our third, and also Mia had to do a radio interview. On the tee, from Vero Beach, Florida, Kylie Donovan.
Good swing there.
On the tee, from Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, Alexandra Drum.
That's a beautiful swing right there, too.
Nice. All right. All right, guys. I got to run. I'm going to show her this picture, but I appreciate you guys and appreciate your support always.
Oh, we will talk to you. All the best. Take
Bye,
care.
guys. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She goes just like that. Neil O'Brien.
Yeah.
New national voice on ESPN Radio, and I guarantee you she'll be involved in a lot of the TV stuff, too. I hope she gets to be the full-time reporter for the Jags. There's nobody better than her. That's great.
No, but at the rate she was going, you felt like I'm ready to put on a Jaguars jersey and then run through a wall. At the rate that she was going, she's terrific.
Absolutely. All right, Angel, let's take a quick break, and then we're going to come back. John Meter-Perel coming up at the top of the hour, and we'll talk to him about everything. It's been a couple weeks since we've had Meter on as well. Pete Shepard Show continues here on a Monday on the Coastal Sports Network.
Hi, folks. This is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber, and I would like you to know that our company has been selling Anderson windows for over 60 years. See the complete line of Anderson windows at any of our 3 locations in North Reading, Beverly, or in Plastown, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Hey everybody, it's Pete Shepard from the Coastal Sports Network. Want to tell you about my good friend Lou DiMuzio and his company. Lou is the president and founder of Ace Technology Advisors. They're big-time tech specialists. At ATA, they're able to craft, implement, and manage the best and most appropriate solution for your business. They leverage their industry-leading experience and their portfolio of technology partners to improve your best practices and infrastructure. So you can get a hold of them at 888-599-4223. That's 888-599-4223. Check them out on their webpage, www.acetechadvisors.com. That's www.acetechadvisors.com. Or you can email them sales@acetechadvisors.com. Check out my friend Lou DiMuzio and Ace Technology Advisors.
Right now, our country feels divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
I gotta tell you, I was nervous to talk to someone so different than me.
Me too, but I'm glad we are.
Love Has No Labels and One Small Step are helping people with different political views, beliefs, and life experiences come together through conversation, and it feels good.
Wow, your story is so...
Interesting?
Yeah.
When people actually sit down, talk, and listen to one another, they can break down boundaries and connect as human beings. At lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep, you can listen to amazing, life-changing conversations and find simple tools to start a conversation of your own.
I know one thing. This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope, too.
Take a step toward bringing our country and your community together by having the courage to start a conversation at lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep. A message from StoryCorps, Love Has No Labels, and the Ad Council.
People do some pretty cool things in their 40s and 50s. Why should saving for retirement be any different? I mean, they go back to college, learn new instruments, start skateboarding. Whoa! Okay, maybe that one's not for everybody, but saving for retirement is. With aceyourretirement.org, you can get on track with your retirement savings no matter your age. Just have a 3-minute chat with Avo, the friendly digital retirement coach from AARP. You'll get personalized recommendations based on your input that are easy to understand and work with your lifestyle. It's quick, easy, and free. Plus, it's sponsored by AARP, so you know they got your back.
Woohoo! Gnarly move, Dad.
Thanks, sweetie. So wherever you are in your retirement savings journey, head to aceyourretirement.org and start chatting with Avo today. That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting. A teenager. Learning the lingo.
Today I'm going to help parents translate teen slang. Now, when a teen says something is on fleek, it's exactly like saying, that's rad. It simply means that something is awesome or cool. Another one is totes. It's exactly like saying, totally, just shorter. As in, I totes love going to the mall with Becca. Another word you might hear is jelly. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will think you're, rad just the same. To learn more, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
This is the story of a very special woman. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician or an entrepreneur. Her knowledge was limitless and still is. She could also make monsters disappear, especially those that lurked in the shadows under the bed. Once, this woman put back together a teenage girl's broken heart, which had been shattered in 1,000 pieces, just by giving her a bear hug. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Don't spaz out because your team lost. Let Pete do it for you. Now, back to the Pete Shepherd Show.
Okay, everybody, lie down on the floor and keep calm. This is what KLF is about. Also known as the justified ancients of New Moon. Furthermore known as the
high fly ball in the right, again deep, back it up Tucker, turning around, just
Welcome back to this Pete Shepherd Show. A little bit Brady, a couple of home runs yesterday. Bregman with a big 3-run pinch hitter. And Red Sox get back on track. Winning 6-1 at Wrigley against the Cubbies. Still tied with Seattle for the second spot on the wild card. And just 5 games behind the first place Toronto Blue Jays. How's everybody doing on this magnificent Monday? Thanks to Mia O'Brien just joining us up in Jacksonville, announcing some sort of an amateur tournament. Great stuff from Mia here on national radio now on ESPN, and I'm sure we're going to see her across their extensive platform, ESPN, and on TV. No question about it. Well deserved. Thanks to Jay Flanley earlier. John Meade-Perrell will be joining us whenever. I told him to come on when he could. Would be great. Anyway, thanks for checking us out on the video platform here on the Pete Shepherd Show and the Coastal Sports Network. Following me on X at PShep326, on YouTube, Kick, Rumble, CSN Florida, LinkedIn, Facebook, the awesome app, SR1029 The Game, and call the text to show 727-858-6650. What else is coming up today, Angel, after this show?
After this show, tonight will be Lloyd Vance's Insider Football that'll be on at 8 p.m. with Kevin Midget. It's always a great time with Lloyd and Kevin. Excuse me. Last week, as they spoke fantasy football with their guests. This week is just Kevin and Lloyd, as I'm pretty sure we'll be talking about the world famous Super Bowl rings by our Super Bowl champions, Philadelphia Eagles, and getting you guys ready for as training camp gets ready to open up here. And no, just because they got the rings does not mean I am on my high horse when it comes to the Eagles, because Nick goes back to day one in my book starting today. So enjoy the ring, fellas, until you report to training camp.
It's going to take you. It took you to like week 12 last year to get on the Eagles bandwagon. It tried to help you through the whole thing, but
you tried. Yeah, you definitely tried. I knew it all along. I was just playing with everybody.
All right, a couple of things before Mita comes on. Some stuff we haven't played yet, and thanks to Total Sports Prep, because for the best articles in audio, there's only one source that provides everything you need. 365 days a year to satisfy your sports crave. It's Total Sports Prep. Staff combs through the best articles in audio so you don't have to. Sports and non-sports kicker stories will leave you laughing all day long. To get your free trial, the Total Sports Prep, contact them, info@sportsbroadcastingcoach.com. That's info@sportsbroadcastingcoach.com. Total Sports Prep, the name says it all. Well, I guess some UFC stuff happened over the weekend, and Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios fight to a draw. I don't know. I don't know these people. I'm going to play them anyway. It's a funny. Here's Dustin Poirier puts down the gloves from ESPN.
They say diamonds are forever, and sure the one is from Lafayette, Louisiana. Give it up for the diamond of Lafayette, Dustin Poirier.
Here in front of his people, getting a tribute like this.
But Paul, it is. Because guess what? In sport, the guy that's going out in most cases.
They're playing My Way. They were playing My Way by Sinatra. I don't know who Dustin Poirier. I do not follow UFC at all. I just play cuts that I think are funny. I have no idea who that is. This is funny. Here's Max Holloway. He was cussing.
A lot of motherfuckers coming after this BMF belt. Come get me. And I got some history with the champ. So UFC, your move next, baby. This ain't my moment. I'm done talking. This is Dustin's retirement fight. Give it up for the man.
Max Holloway, after his win over Dustin Poirier, guess that was a big deal? I don't follow it, Angel. I don't. But he's going away.
I felt like he was hyping up, like a solo artist coming up. Here's my main man.
Come get me.
Manny Pacquiao says he would like to continue his career. I don't know why.
It's okay. I love the Filipino people, and I love to give honor to my country.
So you'd like to continue your career? Would you like a rematch?
Yes, of course. That's the only legacy that I can leave behind, to give inspiration to the Filipino people and to be proud wherever you are.
All right, Manny Pacquiao has fought in some of the most boring fights I've seen over the last decade, so I don't know. I thought
he was running for president of the Philippines or something.
I thought he was too. I don't know. I don't know how his political career got dashed. I don't know. I really don't know. The Open Championship in Northern Ireland won by Scotty Scheffler, dominating fashion. Was unbelievable, really, from start to finish. And here he is.
I've worked since I was 2 or 3 years old to have a chance to play professional golf for a living. And now I've been able to win tournaments that I just dreamed of playing in. And it's an amazing feeling, and I'm so grateful to be able to live out my dreams. But, like I said, my faith in my family is what's most important to me. And I try to live as normal a life as possible because I feel like a normal guy. I have the same friends I had growing up. I don't think that I'm anything special just because, some weeks I'm better at shooting a lower score than other guys are.
I do. And his little boy, Bennett, is stealing the show. He's the cutest little kid. And you've seen him, again, collected his first claret jug, which is the big trophy for the Open, the British Open, or the Open, and claiming the third leg of his Grand Slam career. Running away with the Open Championship at Royal Portrush on Sunday, ended the tournament 17 under, 4 shots clear of the field, posting a final round of 68. And again, 29 years old, joined a short list of all-time legends, including Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, and Tiger Woods, to win the Open, the Masters, and PGA Championship before the age of 30. Absolutely unbelievable. All right. Let me see what else is going on before we have Meter come on. And I know he's got a new podcast that just released with him, with Bill O'Brien. Trevor says, good morning. The only thing about the Open was watching the par 3 hole in 4K live on DirecTV. What's up? No, I just love that course. I think it's obviously Scheffler destroyed it. Some others did too. We see 17 under in a major, but it is a links course and just great. The Open's a little bit different, but still, I think it's amazing. There were some unbelievable shots by some of these guys. Absolutely amazing. In this one. And Scheffler's just, there isn't anyone more dominant than him right now in college sports, in professional sports. Okay. The other big news in college, days after landing number 1 outside linebacker Tyler Atkinson, Texas secured its latest 5-star addition on Sunday when they coveted rusher Derek Cooper, ESPN's number 1 running back in the 2026 class, announced his commitment. He's 6'2", 205-pound recruit from the Chaminade Madonna Prep School in Hollywood, Florida, is the 7th-ranked prospect. Why don't you go into the U? Going to Texas for transfer. Is the 7th-ranked prospect after an unofficial trip to Texas in April. Cooper did not officially visit the program before choosing the Longhorns over Florida State, Georgia, Miami, and Ohio State. Bad decision, young man. Bad decision. Cooper's father told ESPN that the presence of Longhorns running back coach Chad Scott replaced former assistant Tashad Choice in February, and the all-purpose role Texas coach Steve Sarkisian laid out for Cooper in the program's offense was leading factors in his son's decision. What? Are you kidding? You don't think Miami would pass you the ball as well? It sounds like everybody wants to catch the ball now. The running backs all want to catch the ball, throw the ball. They all want to be like Saquon Barkley. They all want to be that kind of stuff. But he's a 4th 5-star player of the Longhorns class next year and continues a summer's recruiting tear for the Longhorns, who've added to ESPN 300 commits since June 1st. So there is that. All right, let me see. For those of you who missed it, I'm trying to figure out before Meter comes on. Going back, Angel, let's do this again. The highlights from the Red Sox over the Cubs yesterday, the video highlights. In case you miss it, going to play them for you. It's great stuff. Let's begin, if we can, with the first home run by Abreu, which is, where is it?
I got it.
Oh, yeah, you got it. Okay, yeah. This put the Red Sox down 1-0 in the 6th. Here they go.
Well, swinging away, and he drives this one to right field. It's way back. That is gone! Abreu tags one for a 2-run homer. Forget about the bunts. The Red Sox have the lead 2-1.
I just had to take off the fleece, Obi.
Man, did he smoke at number 19.
Abreu, just touch it. Wind, that doesn't matter when this kid unloads on it. Could be in a hurricane, it's going to get out. Boy, did you need that one.
What a relief.
I mean, you've been lifeless all weekend long. You're waiting for somebody to step up, right? Drive a baseball. Hit a 2-run shot. give you the lead. At least you got a cushion now here late.
That Red Sox home run brought to you by Audi. Visit your New England Audi dealer today.
Should have been standing up all weekend.
It's that simple.
Yeah, good morning, Dave O'Brien with the call on Nesson and Lou. As I said earlier, he took his fleece off. He wanted to change things up, and he stood up for the first time in the series and ended up being a good luck charm. Right below that, Angel, this is where things got really interesting. Bergman was supposed to have the day off, and somehow Jedi mind tricked Alex Cora to go and pinch hit, and here is the result late in the game. In the 8th.
After failing to get a hit when Ref Snyder doubled yesterday. Swinging a high drive. Left field deep. Half backing up all the way to the wall. See you later. Off the bench. 3-run bomb by Bregman. How do you like that? Red Sox on top 5-1.
He's just a gamer. You know he talked his way into this game. Cora wanted to give this guy a day off. It was planned, but an opportunity late. You know he talked his way into it. And he launches this curveball to give the Sox a 4-run cushion.
Goodness gracious. One of the moments of this season. Cora puts him in the game, and he hits a 3-run homer in a pinch. And the Red Sox have breathing room, 5-1.
I mean, this is the routine for him is just predetermined. He's sitting today. But he gets this breaking ball. Pomeranz leaves it up. We're talking about the year Pomeranz is given. He's not giving up any runs. And Bregman, who hasn't been himself, expectantly so recently, right? Coming off with no rehabs. Doesn't have to push the running. Because he can just trot around. The wind is blowing in here. Wrigley, he launches this.
Another day at the office for Alex Cora there, but Bregman with a 3-run. Look at this reaction from the young guys who look up to him so much. And the Red Sox lead it 5-1.
Great stuff. And then right below that, Abreu has his second dinger to extend the lead for the Red Sox, and they went on to win. This was a bomb.
Swinging a high fly ball into right. Again deep. Backing up Tucker. Turning around. Watch it sail. That's gone. He's done it again. Abreu with his second home run in as many at-bats. And the Sox make it 6-1. Number 20. For Abreu.
Got the 20 quick.
Well, you said, wake up the offense. He's done it today.
Well, you know, the first couple games, and for 6 innings here, you start pressing a little bit. And then William Abreu stepped up in the 7th. And at this point, you got to know, if you're going to throw that little breaking ball down and in, you better bury it. Because if you leave it up, he is launch mode.
Red Sox with 3 home runs in the last 2 innings.
All right, there you have it. The Red Sox go on to win 6-1. Now tonight, what the world has been waiting for at 6:45. First pitch coming in Philadelphia. And the Red Sox and the Philadelphia Phillies will go at it tonight. By the way, Bregman's supposed to play in the first 2 and not playing the 3rd game, but who knows? Walker Buehler on the mound for the Red Sox. If you look at the record right now, 6-6 and a 6.12 ERA, you say he sucks, but he's been very good the last couple of starts. He's been very good.
I'm going with that will be, let it be marked 903, 721, 2025, the World Series preview, Boston Red Sox and your Philadelphia Phillies.
Your Philadelphia Phillies. Yes. And Zach Wheeler going tonight, 9-3, 2.36 ERA. He's a leading candidate for the Cy Young Award. So it's going to be an interesting game tonight. Wheeler, by the way, allowed 4 runs and 6 hits over 6 innings in a 5-4 loss to the Padres back on July 12th. He went on to voluntarily skip the All-Star game in order to rest up for the second half of the season. Nothing wrong with that. In his career, by the way, against the Red Sox, 2-1. With a 2.75 ERA. Buehler, by the way, is 1-1 with a 6.4 ER lifetime against in 3 starts against Philadelphia. So the Phillies coming off a series loss against the LA Angels. The team split their first 2 games over the weekend. Philly absorbed that 8-2 defeat yesterday. Otis Kemp hit the home run for the Phillies. The Red Sox, as you know, came out of the All-Star break against the Cubs, lost the first 2 games, and finally won 6-1 yesterday. So we shall see. But the Phillies are a minus 216 tonight. The Red Sox are plus 179. So my feeling is in these types of situations, whenever you're doing shekels and there's a team at 500 or better playing another team that's 500 or better, I don't care where it is, you always take the underdog. You get more bang for your buck taking the Red Sox at plus 179 than you would laying over 2-1 tonight on the Phillies against the Red Sox. And Philadelphia may very well clobber them and win 11-5 or something like that. But it just from a shekel standpoint, I'd go slow. If you're going to, you look at all these games and all the teams that are playing. If they're one 500 team or better is playing another 500 team or better, take the plus number all the time. That's a good rule of thumb. Anyway, John Meter-Perrell should be joining us any minute now here on the Pete Shepherd Show on the Coastal Sports Network. Still haven't seen Superman yet, have you?
Nope. I was just going to ask you as well if you've seen it.
I've heard mixed reviews. Mostly positive, but the one review that is constant, there's no question about it, is Crypto Steals the Show, the dog. And I saw the making of how they used an actual dog that looked like Crypto in real life. One of the producers' dogs that had, kind of like one ear up and one ear. So from my understanding, it's Crypto Steals the Show.
Which ones I'm not liking? Is it the Avengers that's coming up? I'm not digging it. Is it Avengers or Fantastic Four?
No, Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Invisible Girl. The Invisible Girl is pregnant, and the whole movie's about her baby.
Yeah.
I'll wait till that comes out. I'm not going to see that.
No, I'm like, why? What are we doing? We can't
have superpowers. Is it going to be exchanged? Is the villain going to not clobber or destroy the planet if she gives up the baby? I think that's the storyline.
Nah.
Yeah.
He's well enough alone.
Yep. Well, I mean, they got to come up with something. It doesn't. I don't get it. I get it. I just don't get it. By the way, Miami's total attendance over the weekend, 46,953, excluding the season opening 4-game set against Pittsburgh. This was their second most attended home series of the year, 49,838 versus Atlanta, June 20th through the 22nd. So Marlins are getting bigger crowds. Good for them.
All right.
Good for them. Let me see. What else can I?
What was that? I'm trying to find. Come on. Go back. Let's see if I can. Can I find it? Can I find it? Where is it? Yeah, everybody knows rain delayed the Rays. Where is? I got it.
Oh, about the stadium?
Yeah, no, it was here till it wasn't.
All right, while you're finding it, let me play this one college football card. Here's head coach Elijah Drinkwitz of Missouri. Details the message he's giving to his players.
Elite edge, energy, details, grit, and emotional consistency in how you approach your everyday process. There's always something to prove at the University of Missouri, whether you're proving that to yourself or proving that to outside noise, or you're proving it to your brothers that they were right to believe in you. So that's really what we talk about. The most powerful thing, somebody asked me about the chip on your shoulder. We all have a chip on our shoulder, and that's easy to use for motivation in the summer. But, man, fourth quarter, two-minute drive when you got to go figure out how, we just fumbled away the game versus Oklahoma, and we got to go drive with a backup quarterback. You ain't worried about, Rick Neuheisel said we suck, so let's go prove him wrong. It's, hey, man, I believe in you. Let's go get this done. I believe in the work you put in. Let's go figure this out together. And that's what makes a special brotherhood. That's what makes the bonds unique. We talk about us, unity over self. And it's just about us. It's about our team. It's about believing in each other more than it is anything else.
Well, I hold grudges, and your little remark about BC a few years ago still holds true to me. So I root for Missouri to lose every single game. With that said, we welcome in the voice of BC football and the ACC network. There he is, John Meter-Perrell. Good morning, Meter. How are you?
Pete, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. What's new?
Well, it feels like we haven't talked in many, many eons, Pete. You know, I went to
You've been
Coldplay.
campusing. You've been campusing.
I went to Coldplay on Tuesday night. Was not there at Coldplay Wednesday night. I missed it by one night. I was in a suite where the incident happened with said CEO, and I was in a similar suite. And all I could think of was, man, wouldn't that be special?
I love this song too. It's one of my favorite songs, and I'll never listen to it the same way again.
It was a fun concert.
It's a little, I know, it's a little overplay. I mean, it's a little overkill what they're doing to these people, but
yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Jesus. I mean, it's just crazy. So I saw the highlights from Gillette. It looked awesome.
It was. The light show was amazing. Everybody gets these wristbands. It's all coordinated. I don't know how much money Chris Martin spends on that. He's a showman. I'm not a huge fan, but it's hard not to kind of get involved. I was there with a lot of BC people, including a BC receiver, a BC linebacker, and everybody was having fun. And, it's hard to walk away saying, man, that wasn't a fun show. It was.
Was that the last song they did? Viva La Vida?
I don't think that was the last one they did. What was the last one they did? It was they basically emptied out their greatest hits for the encore.
Yeah.
Yellow was great live.
Yeah. How about Clock?
Love that song. Clocks was good. They did Sparks, which is a new one, relatively new. It was 2 hours of. They don't come on until 9 o'clock. Sweltering Gillette Stadium.
Wait a second, 9 o'clock. What they supposed to come on today? Did they have a warm up band?
Yeah, two people I've never heard of. It was not that. I wasn't paying much attention to that. That was the old "you're in the suite, let's go have some food" thing.
Yeah.
So usually I don't throw the sweet thing around, but this was great. What a night!
Excellent, and a couple of cocktails. I mean, for you, one's good, but I mean,
you like those Sun Cruisers? I had one of those. I was with young Ben. Yes, you do. You love those. Iced tea, vodka, lemonade.
I don't drink that stuff. It's too much sugar. I drink vodka soda. If they made a Sun Cruiser that didn't have so much sugar in it, I would drink it.
It's it tastes good going down, Pete. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, they all do. All right, we are getting closer and closer to college football. I am getting amped up. When is the ACC stuff happening?
I'm leaving tomorrow.
That's
sorry, Wednesday. Leave Wednesday morning. We're there Wednesday and Thursday.
Where is it, in Charlotte?
It's in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Uptown Hilton in Charlotte. And Bill O'Brien will be on stage Thursday. Bill Belichick will be on stage Thursday. So if I do see Bill, I will send him your regards. Hopefully we'll have a sit down.
Is that not going to be the most watched press conference, though? And I mean, Jesus, it is going to be. It's going to be amazing to see where the questions lead. I mean, it's been a little quiet down there. Good for him. The last, I'd say, month, really, it's been kind of quiet. I've only heard good things coming out of that camp, so I don't know if it's all media made up or what. I don't think
who knows?
When opening night comes against TCU, that we'll have a better idea.
Well, now the Hulu's doing a docuseries, so it looks like that's on the docket, and we'll see if Jordan is there in Charlotte with him, which will be interesting.
Yeah.
And, I'll get a picture with both of them, and I'll say, Shepard wishes he was here. We can insert your face in the middle.
Before we get into more of the ACC and Boston College, so the SEC Media Days were last week. Besides Feinbaum's love for Arch Manning, besides that, anything that you heard or saw that stuck out to you that raised an eyebrow or not?
I was listening to Pete Thamel's podcast with Reese Davis, and they made some good points about it being quiet. They made some good points, too, about South Carolina. A lot of people not giving them the love that they deserve. Lenore Sellers is a very good quarterback. Could be one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the nation. Kind of quiet rumblings there. Not, nothing, no real lightning rods. Lane Kiffin had his moment with Paul Feinbaum.
Yeah,
that was
always does. Yeah.
Yeah, that was just them being them.
Yeah.
But
I don't mind that. It's kind of funny. It's
fine. It's their shtick. And Kiffin's become a better interview because he's kind of just laying it all out there. He doesn't care anymore. But no, I didn't hear that much that really stuck with me. I think, Georgia's kind of quiet this year. because they lost a lot, but I think they're still going to be tough to deal with. I think.
Oh yeah, Kirby Smart playing the "Woe is me" card. I heard that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and
Florida is going to should be really good.
DJ Lagway, absolutely. They should be if they stay reading. But again, brutal schedule.
Brutal schedule. Yep. There's a lot of brutal schedules out there. I'm just looking at ACC teams, and BC's got a rigorous one. But the good news for them is most of their tough games are at home. So,
including Notre Dame. That'll be something.
Right. Notre Dame, Clemson, and SMU are all at home. Syracuse has the reverse of that. So they'll be down there too, obviously, on Thursday. So I'm kind of interested to see what the tone is at the ACC meetings. The commissioner will have his forum tomorrow. I'm sure he'll get a lot of questions about the playoff. That's one of the things, Pete, like I'm just glossing over right now. I just can't.
When it happens, it'll happen. When it happens, it happens.
Talk to me when it happens.
And it will happen, but it's only for now. I think the reseeding with how they've done it. We'll get to the one thing I want to say about South Carolina. There's only 3 letters that matter, because it doesn't matter if they're up 20-0, 40-0. They could be up 80-0 on LSU with 10 seconds to go and find a way to lose. They do it every single year. I was saying this, isn't that true? I mean, how many bigger bowl games or how many serious, even a playoff game, if they won that game last year, they cannot beat that team. Cannot beat them.
I know it's every team seems to have that one, and that's definitely it. LSU, I think, will be better this year too.
They better be with that what they paid out and no money. But I think Kelly and Hugh Freeze are the two. If both of them are going to be in serious trouble if they don't meet expectations.
Yeah, hot seats are blazing. They have got to figure that out. Here we are talking like they only win 6 games. They're going to win 9, 10 games. Yeah. It's a heck of a year that anyone would sign up for.
Yeah.
But LSU, the expectations are different. I think it's interesting to see what Miami's going to do this year. I think they lost a lot too, but
they got a lot coming in. I've seen they got a lot coming in. They should be at the top of the ACC again.
Cristobal can't lose those games that he's lost the last couple of years. That's going to put him on the hot seat as well.
Somewhat, yes. You can't lose the way they did. And the Syracuse game at the end too. The offense was incredible all year. Very, very few exceptions. The offense was fine, but hoping Carson Beck can keep it going. I don't expect a Cam Ward type year. I don't know how anybody can. That was phenomenal, but their offense should be fine. Their defense is what had to really, really improve, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Everything I've read and talked to, people I've talked to said it has, but we'll see. Only time will tell. They have an interesting schedule too. Starting with Notre Dame opening night, big expectations for Notre Dame as well. People forget they were in the national championship game last year.
Yes, that is a good point. It's obscured. I'm not sure why, especially because it's such a brand. But I think who's playing quarterback. That's the question for Notre Dame. It's a question for a lot of teams. Angeli, I guess, might have the edge over the freshman Carr, but who knows? Angeli, I'm not.
Derek Carr is, Coach Carr's former grandson.
CJ Carr, yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
So how old are we? Jesus.
I know. Ask Tom Brady.
Where did it go? What happened?
Good question. Have you seen Brady, by the way? Brady's recent post about he's doing some amazing videos.
He looks great. He looks like he can come in and play. Plus, he's with what's her name? The actress from Modern Family.
No, that's not happening. That might have been a one-off, Pete. We call that a one-off. One and done. We call that a Murray State.
Or how about Northern Illinois last year against Notre Dame?
Yeah, that too. Sofia Vergara. I could see her as like your dream girl. That's a Pete Shepard.
Yeah, no, she's pretty.
Well, you like,
I like Scarlett Johansson. I like Jen Lawrence. I call her Jen.
You guys are on that.
They're all pretty in their own way.
They're all, yes. Well, we heard rumors about you and Aniston, but I had to deny those.
No, I don't know. That's not. She's pretty and all that. Not.
She seems very high maintenance. She seems
very high maintenance.
Yes,
very high maintenance.
One of those Angel Martinez would say, "I can't deal with this anymore."
Take those green M&Ms out of the bowl. You know.
But Brady posted a video. He did a trip to Japan with his family. You have got to watch it.
Oh,
It's
really?
hysterical. He finds a Tom Brady card at one of these card shops.
Yep.
And the guy, you should see the reaction of the people when he enters the shop, and the kid who's at the desk, he's like, "Oh my God!" And Brady's like, "I want that card." He's like, "I'm gonna buy that card." God knows how much he paid for it. He didn't say.
Was it signed? Was it signed by him? Was it?
No, but he was reading. It was a scouting report on the back. It was Gio Carmazzi and Tom Brady. They're like rookie card. They split the card.
Yeah.
Of course, he said Carmazzi. He loves the Carmazzi comments.
Yeah, of course.
But it was hysterical. He did, they go through the whole Japan tour. You gotta watch it. There's some good stuff.
No, I'm sure there is. All right, let's just with BC, then we'll talk about the Patriots a little bit, it's been a quiet camp, which is a good thing. I like that. It's been very quiet. Everybody going about their job.
It hasn't started yet. But
I know. You know, I'm saying there's no bullshit going on.
Yeah, right.
You know, which is good. But how about BC? I know I just retweeted your new podcast. Coach Billy O'Brien is out today, I think. Correct?
You got Bert Breer.
Bert Breer.
We had a long time. It was our longest conversation. Our producer Chach had to figure out ways to edit this thing down. Bert was on fire at some points. He loves his Ohio State football. He went to Ohio State. The whole family went to Michigan. He went to Ohio State. And we talked about his humble beginnings at one of your favorite papers, the Metro West Daily News.
Absolutely, yeah. Lenny Magliola was there, along with a lot of other good writers at the time.
Tom Curran.
That's right. TC was there, yeah.
Mike Reich.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they had quite the little newsroom in Framingham. And Bert had a tough run. It's a good episode because it gives you an idea of how difficult it is to break into the business. And how
no question about it, and
especially on the journalism side, both sides are brutal.
Now there aren't any newspapers. I mean, there are, but there aren't. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of the newspaper business is dying. Unfortunately,
hey, I get the New York Post delivered every day.
I mean, the online it's not dying, but it's dying as far as
it's not. Yeah, it's not.
No, as far
it's
as
not prosperous.
Yeah.
Ask John Henry about that. How about those Red Sox?
Yeah, that was great. I did not, and maybe you can fill me in. I'm still trying to find quotes from Alex Cora about how he got Jedi mind tricked into Bregman coming in to pinch hit. Did he talk about that at all? I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
See the cuts, but I mean, you give the guy. I mean, that's a gamer. I mean, that was an awesome. That was it. Might have been the best moment of the year for the Red. That was something yesterday.
It was. Yeah, that was a great at bat. I mean, Abreu's home run was a lightning rod too.
Yeah.
But both of them were, for that matter. But they desperately needed that. I mean, their second half. You and I have gone over it. The last 4 years, just dreadful.
Yeah.
Amazing. In the last 3 years, their record in the second half, or after 100 games, 53 and 47. Last 3 years.
Yeah.
So tells you. Hopefully, they're not trending towards a bad second half because they've not an easy path, but they should be in the playoffs.
They should, but this I said it last week. I circled August 13th. That's when they play the Miami Marlins. Until then, it is what happened with the Cubs. You got the Phillies, you got the Dodgers, you got the Astros twice, you got Kansas City and Minnesota sprinkled in there as well. I mean, it's brutal. Absolutely,
it's a tough schedule.
Yeah,
it is. But that's why they need. Everyone's talking. Oh, July 31st. Why not make a trade before July 31st?
That's what I say. I agree.
So,
and I know there's some rumored people out there right now. I saw a couple of reports in The Athletic, but that was, and tonight's win. I mean, the pitching matchup completely favors Philadelphia tonight. I get it, even though Walker Buehler's been pitching better. He's been pitching better. But to lay a minus 217, that's a big number to lay against any. I wouldn't do it. I'd take the Red Sox plus 175. That's what I would do.
Interesting.
Right. Just where did he go? Oh, okay. We got the video of Tom Brady. Angel, great job.
Nice job, Angel. Look at you.
Outstanding athlete. It's the first time I've ever heard that.
Tom Brady is sharing a look inside his vacation to Japan with kids Benjamin and Vivian. The former NFL quarterback took kids Benjamin and Vivian, whom he shares with ex-wife Gisele Bündchen, on a summer vacation to Japan in June, and he is now sharing moments from their epic trip on social media. As seen in his July 18th YouTube video highlighting their excursions, the trio visits a sports card shop in Tokyo to purchase a few collectible items, including Tom's own rookie card to add to his collection.
Let's see, Brady has excellent arm strength. He can really get the pass to his target quickly. An outstanding athlete. It's the first time I've ever heard that.
CJ Stroud.
Ooh, I want that. I'm not lucky with. Wait, you got a Drew Bledsoe? Here,
Montana.
You got Joe Montana?
Additionally, the group walks around an interactive museum, brushes up on their samurai skills, and have a lively dinner at Tokyo's Wagyu Mafia. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers alum also shows off some more places they visited on Instagram, writing in the caption of his June 16th post, "Japan, we love you. We had so much fun. Thank you for your hospitality and beauty. What an amazing culture of honor, respect, and discipline. From the history to the traditions, every day we learned and laughed and loved. The food, the shops, the people, the animals, and everything in between." Tom continues, "These trips shape us and remind us how much there is to learn when we step outside our routines and see the world together."
Shut up, horrible AI voice. Couldn't get anybody else to do that. That's terrible. That was an AI voice, right?
I'm assuming it was, although it was an E-network thing, so it may not have been.
All these they're all so fucking lazy now. All these companies, it's just crazy.
We're all in trouble, Pete.
I tell you what, as long as they don't use that's happening. You know, people in this business, they're stealing people's voices. You got to be very wary about it. You better be vigilant about it because you can. If I ever hear my voice or your voice or anybody, I'm calling somebody up and say, "Hey, I just heard. Are you doing spots for this or that?" There's already.
That's a lawsuit.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that was AI voice just because the way the guy was talking. And there's Tom Brady, and he's right there in Japan. And here he goes.
It was a tad effeminate, but that's all right.
It was Shane Gillis and Carl Anthony Towns. Yeah.
Oh man! All right. So what's next for Boston College here? When
it's called the Cape League All-Star Game. 2 BC.
Oh, was it? Yeah. No. That was on NESN last night. They were advertising it after the Red Sox.
It's amazing how many people. You know this,
great job.
When you're on that when you're on at 6:00 on a Sunday night, and you're on NESN or you're on NBC Sports Boston, you got a shot. You know why? Because people are home, they're flipping around, they're eating pizza, they're watching TV. It's not like 1:00 on a Saturday afternoon. In July, 6:00. Not much going on. I couldn't believe it. I was getting texts from people I haven't heard from. Hey, that's you. Hey, that's you. Hey, there you go.
It's a great lead-in. You go from Sox, Cubs, right to you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And it's funny. I was a little hesitant because they told me I'm going to be working with 3 of the Yarmouth Dennis broadcasters. All of them want to be John Mita Perels.
Yeah.
And of course, one out of Syracuse, one out of Maryland, one out of Northwestern.
Oh,
great kids.
Yeah, I'm sure.
1 through 3, 3 through 6. But I told them all. I said, "Do you realize?" And you would share this assessment. Mm-hmm. Back in the day at Ithaca College, I would have cut off my left arm for this opportunity as an analyst on a network.
I know.
Imagine you are you kidding me?
You never got that. You couldn't get that. I mean,
no.
You usually had John. I mean, on the broadcast shows, he was John. Oh my God, who's the guy? Great guy. He used to run the whole league.
Castleberry?
No, John. Oh my God, why am I blanking? He's such a great guy. He's retired now from the Cape, but he was in charge of all the PR and everything else.
John Garner.
John Garner. What a great guy. What a great guy. And I got to do for 5 years in a row. I did I emceed the first pitch event at the 99 back in the day. It was fun. Yeah.
Your boy Rob Bradford texted me last night.
He was on the show a couple weeks ago.
He's good, man. He's doing all his. I'll give Rob a lot of credit. He's unbelievably tapped into this players network.
Yep.
He gets players that no one else gets, and gets them to say things that no one else says either.
So what was the best amateur league in any sport in the world is the Cape Cod Baseball League. I will argue that with anybody, anytime. Anybody stand out to you? Did you see any possible? Because all the kids in College World Series are basically in it, and then some others that were.
Well, do you remember the name Alihu, the kid he played in the College World Series, Waiku? His brother, Kilo, won the home run derby.
Oh, okay.
His brother played very well.
Wooden bats, by the way. It's the only league that uses wooden bats. No aluminum.
Nope.
Yep.
No aluminum. Kid named Trey Broussard was the MVP. Very good player from Houston. Looks like he can be in a major league outfielder soon. Yeah, I mean, good catching by a kid named Jackson out of Georgia, Daniel Jackson. Looks very good. A couple guys do flash. It's a league where I think the All-Star game's hard for these guys because a lot of them have only played 10 games in the Cape. Because it's such a transient league now.
Did that kid from Florida State, the Red Sox drafted, play in it?
No.
Okay. I'm surprised.
Kyson Witherspoon did,
yeah.
though. Witherspoon from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, yeah.
He's gone. Obviously, he left. A lot of guys get drafted, they just leave.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So he was playing at the Cape. They had 17 Cape League products selected in the first round.
Amazing. It's unbelievable how, and it's a free league. Everybody passes a hat around. It's an
unbelievable crowd at Yarmouth Dennis.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect night. It was 80 degrees. The crowd, the lines were literally outside, like well outside the fence. People had trouble getting in. Up into the third inning, they were letting people in. There was over 7,000 people there at a high school stadium.
And it's free. And you just,
$10 for the All-Star game.
Oh, $10 for the All-Star game. But
every game's free.
Yeah. And all these great people that house all these kids for nothing, they are the real story because, they're not put up in whole. It's like a family adopts these kids every single year. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, it's certainly it's like adopt a Pete. We want to adopt a Pete.
But they all remember their adoptive baseball parents, though. They all talk about it. I remember Jason Varitek talking about it a long time. And others as well. They always said what an influence.
I think a lot of them stay in touch with them.
Baseball parents had on them in the Cape League.
Here's a good factoid that I gleaned. Buster Posey, 1994, Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox, sets an all-time record for the lowest round in mini golf history. A 12-under mini golf round.
How is
12 under.
How is that? And of course, Cape Cod has a mini putt. I mean, every 5 feet, it seems. So.
Yes, exactly.
Wow. 12 under.
12 under. So you basically, I think he got a hole in one on every hole almost. It was like, one or two that he didn't. But they said it's documented at I think it's one of those, Mr. Frosty type places. And pitch and putt Mr. Frosty. And it's still, to this day, 30 plus years later, is living in glorious history.
Unbelievable. All right, man. So what's next up for BC? You said BC. They got when's next practice and all that stuff? They're still working out.
They start July 30th.
Okay.
So 9 days away.
Yeah, that's great. Fantastic. Now, will you be on hand for a lot of that? When do your classes start up again?
Classes start in September. I'm also teaching at LaSalle, which is down the road from BC.
Oh.
So we might have to have Pete Shepard, zoom in on that one.
Is LaSalle, isn't that all girls? No.
Used to be. I know
Simmons still is, right?
Back in the day, yes. Simmons still is. You love that. We used to call it, too, down the road, Pine Mattress. Better known as Pine Manor, but not also known as Pine Mattress.
Oh, buddy. All right, what else is going on? What else is going on with you? Did you say you went campusing with your kid? I mean, I know.
I went to Villanova.
You're not making him go to Boston College?
Oh, he wants to go to BC. He's going to apply early. Young Nick, we're talking here.
Yeah.
He'll apply in October to BC.
You get a break.
You have to have your fallback.
You get a break. I know, but do you get a break with the tuition because you work there?
Unfortunately, Pete, I'm not full time, so I think I might, hopefully get. I said to Nick, you might be in some significant debt if you go to Boston College, but it's $90,000 a year.
If you live on campus,
rub those two nickels together.
$90,000 a year. Northeastern's more though, isn't it? Isn't that sad? It's not sad, but it's just unbelievable. The tuition goes up and up and up, and the cheerleaders and the presidents of these schools go up and up and up, and the kids never get a break with tuitions. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how you
the
do
ROI too, return on investment. What's your ROI?
Mm-hmm.
And I think obviously everybody needs it. In my mind, everybody needs a degree, but it's all about what you put into it and where everybody can have a great college experience. I mean, it's great to go to BC.
That's not the point. The point is, can you just? It's the prices are off the chart with very few exceptions. The chart.
Too bad I don't. Both my sons didn't want to be plumbers or electricians. I mean,
that's a good trade, though. You make a lot of money.
Great trade. You're making bank. You're making 6 figures pretty quick.
I know plumbers who are multimillionaires.
Isn't that amazing?
Yep.
Yeah, no, God love them because God knows you and I can't do it. And
somebody says, "How much is that? $200?" And they took screws. I was like, "Okay, whatever." I'd flood the house.
Well, when I shower at your house, you'll need one.
Please, that's never happening again. A 4-hour shower. Still paying off. Speaking of payoffs, I got to get on a plan to pay off the water bill from your shower from 4 years ago.
That was hysterical. That was one of the all timers.
Keep knocking on the door. Are you all right?
I do my best thinking in a shower, Pete.
Oh my God, I'm sure you do. Yeah. All right, this has been great. Thank you. What you got going on the rest of the day?
Headed over to BC. Got a little lunch. You like those lunches?
Nice.
Little lunch with a member of the athletic department, and we're going to break bread at Johnny's in Newton Center.
Oh,
Johnny's diner.
Yeah,
it's good spot. And then we're gonna get ready. Got to get ready to go to Charlotte on Wednesday morning.
Nice. They put you up in a nice place. Are you going to be? Where's is it at a hotel? I mean, where's it going to be? Where's the ACC Media Day going to be?
Uptown Charlotte, which is downtown Charlotte, but they call it Uptown.
What is it at a hotel or is it at?
It's at the Hilton. Yep.
That's at the Hilton. So are you staying there?
I am not. Those are little lofty rates.
Yeah.
Chach and I are a little bit outside of the city, but that's fine. Everything.
Not like East St. Louis outside, right? Where you check.
No, there will not be. Mr. Mita Perel, would you like a smoking room or a smoking room?
Remember you texted me? They made us check guns at the front desk. I'm like, oh, I'm going to kill Jason for putting this up here. Where are you guys at? Oh, we just stopped at a Steak and Shake, and now we're at a embassy. It wasn't a glamorous hotel, but it was better than
you guys were. It was like the Ritz. All I remember is looking at this bridge. They told us at the front desk.
We're talking about being in St. Louis at Busch Stadium, the old Busch Stadium for the Red Sox World Series in 2004. And John's show, Dennis and Callahan with John Mita Perel, got sent to East St. Louis, which is not one of the great neighborhoods in this fine country.
At one point, it was the murder capital of the world.
He had texted us. Well, you, Jay, we're getting texts.
There was a bridge. They said to us, "Do not go over the bridge." It's like right outside our hotel. I remember looking at him like, "Oh, what's over there?" No. Do not go left. Do not go right.
Well, we went to do our show the first day. Actually, it was because the first two were at Fenway, Game 3 in St. Louis. We got locked out. We're sitting there pounding on the door for 40 minutes at Busch Stadium. Somebody let him. And we were late like 40 minutes doing the show.
The best show of the year.
We got locked out, and the equipment wasn't set up yet either.
Do you know, I often wonder, oh my God, I often wonder how many people were listening to those shows. I bet you we had probably well into hundreds of thousands.
Oh, easily. World Series, up 2 games to none on the road, and we can't get into the stadium to do the show.
Welcome.
I'm literally pounding on the door. Please let us in.
Oh,
somebody let us in.
That never would have happened at Fenway because my dad would let you in.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had a key. I still have my key to Fenway.
Do you really?
I could get it. Yeah, I still have it. They never took it from me from 2010.
Oh,
I have it in my
God, that's great.
I could walk into Fenway. It's the back door where the studios are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder if that's changed.
Field. Oh, yeah. So I can get it anytime.
Oh.
Unless they change the lock
Shepherd Productions. Look out.
Which I doubt.
Probably not.
Anyway.
Oh, man. Well, good times, Pete. We will report back next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Meter. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Boys, enjoy your week in paradise.
Yes, I will. We're 125 degrees today. Yes, you too. All right, Angel, that's about going to do it. You said tonight, we have one show coming up tonight, right? Later on.
Yep. Lloyd Visions Insider Football. That'll be coming up from 8 till 9:15 Eastern Standard Time right here on SR1029thegame.com.
All right. We got a meeting with Celeste later on today at 1 o'clock. So I hope you got that little text. So we will chat then about a lot of good stuff happening here on the Coastal Sports Network. I am Pete. I am back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Thanks to John Meter-Perrell. Thanks to Mia O'Brien. Thanks to Jay Flannelly. And we do this all over again tomorrow at 7 a.m. on the Coastal Sports Network. See ya.
On my own, like Tarzan boy, hide and seek, I plan over. I should cross the forest, monkey business on a sunny afternoon.